I won't bless that guy, that son of a
that son of a that poor son, that poor son, that
son of a bitch.
Okay, without further ado, hello, welcome to the Pro Crastinators podcast, episode 305. Ben Saint, Give and Take, and OblivionFall is here.
Wow.
Welcome back. Been a little while. I get it. All right, everyone, shut up. Everyone, shut up.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. I just gotta start with the announcement. This week, Phantom's Revenge. Phantom's Revenge is out. By the time you're listening to this, Slime and Punishment is done. Phantom's Revenge is out. Link in the description to the comic and the game if you just want to play the game. I'm hitting my head. Stayed up all night last night. I have the last 3 days. Let me just tell you what I've been doing this last week. I finished drawing the ending, and I was like, it's done. And then I was like, okay, I just got to end it. And then I'm like, I don't know how to end it. I don't know what do I want the actual last panel to be. And I've just kind of been sort of sitting around and staring at it and trying to think of the story's done. Just what do I want to put right before I have a big thing that says the end? And I've just been
you have Phantom Horn transports back in time, and it's episode 1 of T-Bap.
Yeah. You spoiled it again.
Oh, sorry. I'm just so media literate. I couldn't help it.
I've been trying to decide on something because I don't want to do a thing, right? The story's over. It's time to end it. So I've just been thinking what do I do that's not that hard? I don't want to go on a thing, but what would be appropriate? What would wrap things up? I don't know. Nothing fancy. Doesn't have to be too fancy.
An icon, just there it is. Oh,
and,
it's that's his Phantom Horn's favorite Beyblade. Remember all those times?
Laying on the ground, a close up of it, laying on the table, and you think about I remember the whole Beyblade side subplot that he had around chapter 6 or 7. That was my favorite. Yeah. I should just go back. I should just make the ending panel just the end with a picture of a Beyblade. If you don't listen to this episode of the podcast, you won't get it, and you still won't get it even if you do. Anyway, I've settled on something that I think is fine. So I'm just I'm mostly done with it, and I'll probably finish it tonight, and then So this week it's over. The nightmare is over. That's it. And maybe next week, maybe next week we can talk about it since it will have been out, and hopefully maybe you'll have played it or something.
I will definitely stream it when it comes out.
Hell yeah! Oh, that'll be fun. Oh, that'll be really fun.
And I'll be like, what do I do? And people will be in chat, patrons of yours, they'll be like, I know.
I really want to let me know when you're doing that, because I would like to observe some of it. I think that would be really funny. Probably only a dozen or so people have played it so far. Maybe a dozen in my Patreon Discord server that's had access to it. I made some. I might have mentioned this. I made some minor changes to the final version. The final version has the damage numbers have a visual shake effect on them when you do lots of damage, the number gets really big and it jostles around, and that's it. But other than that, cool. It's the same game. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, man, yeah. Woo!
So it's literally done, and there couldn't be a complication that would mean that this is incorrect. What you're saying right now.
I would have to fail to draw one small image for an entire week. And I don't think I'm gonna fail to do that.
I don't know. It's still not literally technically complete.
Yeah. Well.
What if it's too hard to say goodbye and you don't want to finish it?
That's how I feel. That is how I feel. But I'm gonna do it anyway. It's actually gonna. I was thinking about the index that I want to put in the book, like the end of the book. I think I mentioned this before. I want to have like an Infinite Jest style like index section with like footnotes, so that like every time there's a reference in the comic, I have a little footnote, and then you can, if you want, you can flip back to the index section and read, and I'll be like, oh yeah, this character is this guy, or like the reason this shot looks like this is because it's a parody of this or whatever. And I'm just thinking about that. I'm like, that's going to be huge. That's actually going to be like really extensive. I could see that being like maybe a quarter of the whole book will just be like notes about like why is it like this. I think the more I think about it, the more I realize that being like hard to understand and inscrutable and perplexing is sort of the whole mission statement of it. And so it's like, fine. It's not a problem. It's not a flaw. It's the work functioning as intended. If you don't understand it, but if you want the joy of discovery to understand it, the index in the book will hopefully be a fun read for people. I'm looking forward. I'm really looking forward to putting that together. It's going to be fun.
That's nice. I mean, that I have felt like it's usually in regards to like YouTube as like a platform. I think of like how it didn't always used to be like a career path, and now it is almost entirely a career path. If you're not making a popular video, why would you make anything? And that's like a mindset lots of people have. I certainly have felt it, where it's like, yeah, but I know that I could be making bank if I just did something different.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Why, like, all art has to be extremely successful? It doesn't actually need to be that way, but, like, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure to, like, make it appealing and to large audience and all that, and it's cool that you've stuck it out to make the most obscure thing possible. I
think, like, I don't know, it's just what I was gonna do anyway. And I'm just like, well, it is what it is, and I just gotta lean as far into it, whatever it is, as possible. And I don't know, maybe hopefully the people that like it will really appreciate it, and I'll buy books, and I'll have some money. Yeah, maybe my next thing will be a little more universal. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. Maybe I'll go back and finish Beastcapades. Beastcapades had that twist ending that I had in mind since the very beginning, and that I would really like to show people at some point. So maybe I liked
Beastcapades. I remember reading it the first time through, and it's like how he goes on his little Beastcapade.
Right.
He gets a beast, and it's like, oh, all this stuff happened. Whoa, and then he spoiler, whoops, bleep that, Eleazar.
Oh, that's okay.
No.
But it's sort of like it doesn't go much into what happens next, and I'm like, oh, there's like hints at cool lore, and I just don't really have enough. I don't have enough yet to even ask questions.
Yeah, there was I mean, I had some, I won't say what they were, but like some of the stuff in there was I kind of just, well, there's a mix. Some things I put in Beastcapades, I know exactly where they're going, and I know what they mean, and I'm just not gonna say it yet. Some of it was just like stuff that I threw in randomly, and maybe sometimes I would sort of suggest that it is important without really any idea of that it would ever be important. So it's kind of like a mix of the two things, and I don't know. I thought that was a fun way to go about it. Like I've said, I know where it ends, and I know some of the steps along the way. I think the most or a problem or an annoyance that I might face getting back into Beastcapades, that I would have to reread all of it just to like figure out, okay, where was I, and like what was the like micro step of the adventure that we were on, and how was I intending to resolve it, because I kind of forget. I forget exactly what was happening at the end and like what the immediate goal was. I only had the broad strokes like really fleshed out in my head.
I'm sure there will be beasts and escapades.
Probably, yeah, most likely. Now, oh god, this is a scary thought, but Beastcapades is the kind of story that one could really imagine someone going ahead and making like a tie-in video game for.
Uh-oh.
I hope that doesn't happen. Yeah.
It's like the opposite of Pokemon.
Right.
You're making the manga first.
Yeah. It's kind of embarrassing how many of my projects are like heavily Homestuck based.
Yeah, well, I mean, mine are as well. Bailship is just that thing. Yeah. It's more like Problem Sleuth, I guess, because there's no like dialogue, but it's that thing. It's that like just fuck around and cool shit happens.
Right.
Oh, that's Homestuck. If you fuck around and cool shit happens, it's probably Homestuck.
It's just Homestuck. I mean, there's a lot of Homestuck in Slime and Punishment. I took the mask just fell off when I named the video S Revert. I was just like, fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense that it's called that.
I mean, I did that for I feel like there's just sort of a lot of Homestuck stuff in Endless War. I mean, I made that what was it? S Descend or like Nega Slime Descend?
Yeah. You know what that is probably why. I don't know if I like consciously was like I have to keep the naming conventions consistent between those two videos, but I think maybe on like a semi-conscious level that is why I called it S Revert.
Yeah. And we could always say the S stands for slime.
Absolutely, of course. What else? Oblivion.
Yo.
Since you're here, I wanted to ask how your project is coming.
My project is going pretty good. I finished another shot, which I guess I can share it with you, but I don't know if I can show the audience because it's Patreon exclusive still.
Right. Sure.
But
Naturally.
I've been changing up my animation process. Because oh man, it was slow before. I guess to summarize how I started the project, I would do a sketch, and then in Flash, Adobe Animate, I would like trace over it with the line tool, and I would just use my mouse to very carefully move vector lines around. And that was my method of animating, and it's really, really fucking slow. But it looks...
Drawing with vectors sounds like a very special sort of hell.
I know. But it does give me like a lot of like really, really, really fine control over the movement. Like I can get the easing and everything exactly right. It's just a nightmare.
From what I've seen, they it's just like incredibly smooth. You don't like have a rough sketch of like the keyframes before? Or do you just sort of feel it out?
I do have a rough sketch of the keyframes first. And that's what I did for the first loop with my character dancing around.
Okay.
And then the new method I tried was like, I'm going to try doing puppet animation where I just draw a bunch of pieces and I move them around with tweens. So I did that for an animation of my character shaking her butt around, and that looked all right. But it looked kind of robotic. And for this next shot, I kind of did half and half. And I was able to get it done in 1 week, which is pretty good, and it looks really good. And I will send it to you both if I can remember how to DM people on Discord, because I'm dumb.
Okay. Clarify this for me, because I'm dumb.
Yes.
You were drawing with vectors. Were you doing frame by frame animation that was drawn with vectors, or were you like tweening the vectors to create the motion?
Now that's one of the things that changed. So before it was frame by frame. I drew the first frame, I drew the last frame, and then I kind of like...
Because that seems like the advantage of drawing with vectors is that you could just transform the vectors directly, right?
Yeah, and silly me, I didn't do that the first time.
I see.
I would like manually like find the halfway point, and then I would like break it down in increments to more and more like halfway points until it moves smoothly from one to the other. What I did this time is I used a lot of shape tweens, which are usually the fucking devil in Flash. If you try to shape tween something, it'll look just fucking awful. I wonder if I can find a good example if I just Google shape tween GIF Flash and see if there's like we can see how fucked up these things look.
I mean, a shape tween is a transformation of one shape into another.
Yeah, it's like it's
how
sort
does that
of
work? Does it take individual points on the shape and then map them to the other shape?
Sort of. The problem is the way it does that is completely like fucked up. It doesn't know which points should be mapped to which points. So like part of your character's ear will turn into the foot. And like part of like their left finger will become the fucking belly button or some shit. And so like between the first and last frame, you'll have the first frame is like a normal character, and then you just have a whole bunch of fucking gobbledygook, and then it turns into the same character again in a very similar pose. Just everything got fucked up in the meantime.
It's weird. I remember like in Flash doing that and being like, why and how does it choose what points of the vector like go in a straight line to the end point? It just sort of flips over itself and like just becomes a mush of like weird lines and shape, all connected, and then it just sort of flattens out and becomes the final keyframe. I don't know how it chooses that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Just like pick a random point.
You'd have to ask Crack or someone who knows like how computers calculate stuff.
Like you would think it would be like, oh, the closest point would go to the straightest line, shortest distance or whatever, but they just seem to go all over the place.
Yeah,
maybe they're trying to interpolate something and they don't know where to go.
Yeah, let me export a GIF. I just like made one right now.
Hell yeah!
Let's do it. We don't need a lot of colors in here. No transparency required. Save to
no
desktop.
Transparency required. I say as HR director of Amazon Corporation.
All right, I'm gonna drop bensaint.gif into the chat right now. I hope it doesn't look extra fucked up because of how Discord handles GIFs. Oh no.
Yeah, like where do they decide these things come from?
I guess
why are points from the right side of the screen going all the way down to the left side?
All right, so I know a little bit about this just from fucking around with it a lot. So what I'm doing when I do this stuff is I'm not using like solid vectors. I'm actually using the line tool, which is like a single vector that doesn't have a fill, and you just give it a width. And those have very few vector points. And I think what it is some kind of vector point hierarchy. It looks at the order that the vector points were drawn and like numbers them, and it tries to match like the same number to the numbers in the next shot. So if I draw the leg first, and then I draw the head first in the next shot, it'll probably like put parts of a leg to the head or something. Maybe. That's just how I assume it works on a small scale, because when I'm doing this, one of the things that I did to make the shape tweens behave is I did everything in pieces. Like the arm is a separate layer. The hand is a separate layer. The the shoulders, the eyes, the hair, everything is like different layers that are all tweened individually. And in the GIF that I sent you, in DMs, like one example, because I have my character lift up her arm. What I actually did is I shape tweened her arm in place from like I drew the beginning frame. I drew the ending frame, and then I moved the ending frame on top of where the beginning frame was. I shape tween it in place, and then I put that animation in a symbol and then had it rotate. That way the rotation wasn't part of the shape tween. That was like me just moving the object afterwards. Because shape tweens also don't handle rotation as well. Instead of a thing spinning around, it'll just kind of like stretch weirdly. And I can probably show an easy example of how that works. I'm gonna draw a fucking funny looking axe.
Her front forearm and her hand that was shape tweened.
Yeah, the front part of her forearm was shape tweened. Also, her hand was also the hand was also shape tweened. And each finger was actually shape tweened individually.
Oh God!
So I know it was painful. It took a couple hours, but it resulted in it ended up behaving a lot better.
I mean, it looks pretty good. It's a pretty natural looking motion.
Yeah. And it's not to say that like it was all tweens. Like I think the pinky finger on the right side, it curls, and shape tweens don't know how to fucking handle rotation. So I actually had to break that down into like steps, and then like shape tween like the steps. And even then, like I just kind of a lot
curling
of the time,
of one pinky finger.
Oh my gosh, this is not even worse than I imagined. Sorry, I just shape tweened an axe. Rotating just
an axe.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted like some kind of recognizable shape. Hold on, let me save this as a GIF and put that in chat as well. So many GIFs for Eleazar to put in the episode.
Yeah,
this is how it handles an object's like rotating.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Swing.
I like this is so unusual. It's such a very specific, like, vector-based, like, issue that I would actually kind of like to see, like, an animation that uses that. Deliberately.
As is like a stylistic choice, there fucking is. Let me grab an animation by Junie. This guy, uses, like, flash fuckery for, like, stylistic effect, and it's really fucking cool stuff. I just need to remember what the video is called.
Just squishes into a puddle.
I misremembered. He didn't use shape tweens. He used the straighten / smooth effect in Flash, which is famous for Yeah, there's two effects in Flash like that'll. There's the smooth effect and there's the straighten effect, and both of them just make your drawings look completely fucked up.
Oh, you're talking about when it's all like black and white.
Yeah, during the black and white section, every frame he just hits the smooth button and it fucks up, but it actually stylistically looks cool.
Look at this. This frame. It looks really good in motion, but you freeze frame. It's like, why does it look like that? Neat.
Because you said right click shape smooth. Actually, I think it's a modify shape smooth.
It looked at its head and he was like, yeah, that's a square. Yeah, I'm just going to approximate that to a square for you. You're welcome.
Yeah. I just put the effect on the axe, for example, in the first frame, and it looks like that.
Looks very what's the word? Maybe like
just sort of removing data, like curved lines become straight lines. Like, trying to think where the points would be, because you can kind of see like where the vector points are.
Yeah, like it kind of basically what both of those effects do is they just delete vector points, because that actually makes the file less laggy and run faster. The less vector points there are, the more cleanly everything runs, the less chances of something glitching. So it'll find vector points that are very close together, and it will delete some of them and try to approximate the shape afterwards. Which is basically how it works. It's also how the brush smoothing algorithm that's built into Flash used to work. It's a little bit more sophisticated these days because I've updated the brush a bunch of times in the last few years. But Flash was famous for having a really terrible brush, because a lot of things, you would draw like a good shape, and then the second you let go of the mouse, the shape goes and like
it becomes out. Like weird polygon. Yeah.
The Flash brush has gotten a lot better at not doing that. But the shape smooth and the shape straighten effects basically work like the old brush, so you can still get that look if you want. The way I work, where I use the line tool specifically, so I don't use the brush, I use the line tool, results in very, very few vector points anyway, so my files tend not to be laggy at all. And I guess I'm gonna put a cropped picture of my animation in chat that Eleazar can use earlier in the episode for when I'm talking about the hands and shit, because I realize it's going to be really confusing for people who can't see.
Yeah. Perhaps,
just a little cropped version. If you want to see the uncropped, patreon.com/OblivionFall, which, oh no, what's this? I'm richer than Ben Saint now. Oh, I better pledge to Ben Saint at patreon.com.
How has this happened? You haven't posted anything.
People just show up to my Patreon, I guess. There's people who just see the link in the description of the Come Zone and they just wander in.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I haven't advertised.
Booby is very powerful, like a magnet.
Yeah, it jumped up because I opened my. I finally announced. Oh yeah, I have a Patreon Discord server now, and there's extra stuff in there that you can get early, and then a bunch of people up their pledge instantly, and I was like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that, and I jumped above 400 just this morning. I'm like, damn, time to fulfill my obligations to Ben Saint and give him money on Patreon, because now I'm the big creator.
Oh. Did you say you were gonna do that?
Yeah, you suggested it, Ben.
Well, good. I'm glad I did.
You were like, yeah, giving each other money on Patreon at the same time is dumb, because then we're both just losing money in fees. I'll pledge, the bigger person should pledge to a smaller person, and that was the plan.
Okay, but did I actually pledge to you? I'm not sure that I did.
Oh wait, actually, I don't know if you did. I assume you did.
I don't think I actually did.
Darn, you get nothing then.
Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up really bad. Damn.
No.
Okay.
Honestly,
I would have if I knew that you believed my lie. Oh well.
I believed it. I believed in Ben Saint. What a tragic mistake.
Your first and your last mistake. Yeah.
Actually, it works out for me because my tier at the time was $3 and your lowest tier is $5. So actually, I would have been I would have lost in that transaction. So It works out.
Absolutely. Wait. Now I gotta check. I gotta check if I'm. Let me make absolutely sure.
Yeah, do check.
Yeah.
Well, now you know, Ben Saint, that if you want to win this war, you're gonna have to turn beastcapades into sexcapades.
Yes.
Yeah. I always knew deep down. I think. Who are posts from my creators? No, I'm not subscribed. I'm not pledged to OblivionFall.
Damn. You could have had it all. You could have made back $2 extra from whatever you would have been giving me.
Yeah. Well, I didn't, just like Bitcoin, I didn't get in on the ground floor.
Oof.
I'm pledged to Cheesy Manfredo, Give and Take, and Shaddock. I'm also pledged to Gabriel the Starman, but I think his Patreon is inactive, so that doesn't count. Yeah, that's me.
Yeet.
That's all I have to say about that. Patreon. Maybe some people will like the video game that I made and pledge me some money for that. Or maybe not. If anyone were to pledge right now, they would get their name in the credits for the game. Anyone who pledges up until I post it gets it. I've had to add a couple of last minute additions.
Well, when they listen to this, will it be too late?
It will be too late. Yes. Fuck them. Fuck them. Yeah, I gotta fucking put the. No, I said the game will be out. I said the game will be out by now, and it's true. I'm not sure if I should wait till Friday to post it, or just go ahead and post it whenever it's done.
Just post it.
Yeah, I'll just post it. Probably middle of this week sometime. That's what I'll do. That's all I can even think about. I got nothing else to say.
Wow. Well,
good thing I have a podcast.
I have been dealing with the Lord of Ghosts Kickstarter backer rewards mailing delivery stuff.
Yeah.
And it really got me down. But I'm okay now. I'm actually in a good mood.
You seemed agitated. You seemed agitated. About it.
I did. I think there's a couple problems. One of them is that it's too hard. But the other one,
that's the big one.
The other one is that I had too high of expectations of my own abilities, and because I didn't meet like that high bar. I felt like I was worthless, and it got me all depressed.
Do you mean your ability to do it in a certain time period?
Yeah. It was like last week. I don't know. Monday I had something happening, but like it was going to be this week. I'm going to start buying the rest of the postage and packaging, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be packaging this week.
Right.
Because the demo is out and I have the time to do it, work on it, focus on it. And then I immediately ran into like confusing things, customs things that I needed to. I didn't have data on enough of like the money that I was going to spend, and it was a lot of like questions of, do I have the money to pay for all of this custom stuff? How do I do it? And I couldn't pack anything. I had to like do like some more research, but because I had said it to myself, I'm going to be packing today, and the fact that by the end of the day I was still like struggling to understand a bunch of like numbers stuff, I felt like I had failed utterly and that I was pathetic and terrible and worthless, and that was like the main problem. Was not that it was too difficult, it was that I thought I could do it. And I beat myself up for not being able to do it. And so that's more of like an ongoing problem, which I have now identified correctly, that I beat myself up, I treat myself like shit. Like I am my own boss, and I treat myself like a shit, like I treat myself badly. I'm a bad employer. And I don't give myself a break, and that's not good. That's a cause of a lot of problems. So it's like
we gotta destroy the business owners. So you're going down.
I'm going down. I'm gonna be scared to see me in the alleyway at night. Because I'm gonna kill myself, but not like that.
But not like that.
I'm gonna kill the bad part of myself.
Right.
But yeah, that was just like, that was my saga. I've since calmed down and then realized that I'm giving myself too much shit. I gotta like allow myself to be not perfect and be kind of dumb, or like just accept that things are difficult and that it's okay that I didn't figure it out so quickly. Now I've bought some label stuff, and I've figured out where money's going, which things I'm sending it through, mostly through Royal Mail for like most of the world, and then Transglobal Express is good for the US because they have like a connection to USPS, which makes it very cheap and good. So it should be good. It should be fine and not a problem. And I checked all of the numbers, and I have enough from the Kickstarter to reimburse anyone who will have to pay customs. That's just the easiest way to deal with it, is to have the person receive the item, pay customs to receive it, and then I will reimburse them the full amount of whatever it is. It won't be more than like £10 or something.
Is that is that for all like international mail? Yeah,
especially with Brexit now, that like you have to do it just to send to Europe, which is didn't used to be the case. Lol.
Jeez. Right. I remember.
So I have to like make a little customs sheet declaring what it is, and print that on a label, stick that on, along with the mailing address label, and then they receive it, and they have to pay like customs to receive it, like a customs tax thing, VAT, handling, whatever it is, just a bunch of little fees that add up to like maybe £10, sometimes like £6. And then I'm just gonna like message everyone, say I can reimburse you whatever it was.
Yeah, I remember sending it was the RFCK pins. When I had to send a package of them to the UK, they would it was only the UK that ever did this. It was like, oh, the person receiving the package has to pay some like customs fee for it or some nonsense.
That is dumb.
Which is weird because
I had to pay for postage, and then it arrives, and then they also have to pay more. It's like, just charge me it.
I was looking into it, and there's like, if you have, at least for the UK and sending to Europe or most international places, if you have a business, or you can declare yourself a business and get like an IOSS number, which is like a one-stop shop, like export number thingy, then I can do a special thing where it's like delivered, taxes paid, or duty paid, so that I pay the fee ahead of time, and then the customer just receives the thing, which is, I think, what most businesses do, I hope. I mean, it feels like that, because like a lot of, I order stuff, I don't have to pay customs. I also didn't have to pay customs when I received the Vapors, any of those, or like the Kato Anthology, or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what the deal is with.
I think it was just when I sent
versus others.
I think it was just when I sent like a box. When I sent the box of pins. That was when it was like, it was a custom. It was a package instead of an envelope. That might have been that might have been it.
So yeah, I feel like I've learned a lot.
Well, I'm glad you didn't go into the red.
Yes, I'm not going into the red. I actually, like, when I made the Kickstarter, I was very scared about all this stuff, and I made sure the goals were a little higher than was, like, absolutely necessary, at least what I understood at the time.
Yeah.
And then I ended up, like, undercharging for the delivery cost for everything.
Yeah.
Because, like, sending something to Canada is, like, £18.
Jesus.
And that's, like...
It's like $25 or $30 or something.
Something like that. And it's like the delivery costs I was asking for Canada, I think was like £5.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
3 times,
No.
more than almost 4 times as expensive for most of the places.
Yeah.
Except Europe. Europe is alright because it's close by.
Yeah.
But like, it's big delivery costs. But I had accounted for it, and I think I will have enough. I may even make a profit at the end. But,
very nice. Very nice.
So it's all sorted out, and it'll just take a little time, and then it'll be done.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that that's over, and I'm glad also that I've recognized.
Is it over?
Like
have you finished it?
Well, I gotta draw all the doodles. That's the next thing. That's the next like big scary thing. It's like, oh no, what if I deface this comic and this doodle sucks, and I've ruined it for them. Yeah. I don't have that many extra copies. Oh shit, and that'll be a thing. But like, whatever. I've dealt with like fucking doodle anxiety or like commission anxiety before. Where people pay for a thing and I'm like, oh god, my art style varies in quality like wildly from day to day and hour to hour. I don't know if they're going to be happy with this one, but they usually are. So no problem.
No, I don't think nobody's going to be like, what? But that guy's was better. You put a better doodle. You put a better doodle in that guy's book. What the fuck? That one had more lines. That one had 50% more lines. That one took up 25% more page space than mine. It required 30% more ink, and I demand satisfaction.
Everyone's got to meet up together. Everyone who had a book has got to meet up and like compare pages and make a book,
library.
Make a new book of just those pages taken out.
And then they're all going to tear the covers off, and then I'm going to put the drawings in, and then they're going to tear them all into a number of equal pieces, and then distribute the pieces among each other so they all have equal quality distributed. So socialism.
And when they come together, they can put them together like a secret map that's being reforged.
Yes.
And then he'd be like, "Oh, I always remember you, person who also pledged to the Lord of Ghosts Kickstarter."
Plooge. I'm gonna
right.
next time I do a Kickstarter, I'm using that plooge. I'm using plooge again. We're gonna be plooging from the very start. That's an evergreen.
I'm glad I said that.
You did it. You invented it for some reason. I don't remember what the context was.
Was it during a stream or something?
It was right at the end. You were playing a video game,
Hollow Knight,
I think. Yeah,
I beat Hollow Knight Steel Soul Run. That was great.
Yeah. You beat it with like 45 minutes before the Kickstarter ended or some shit, right?
It was like within like 5 minutes or something.
Oh,
it was very close.
It was super close. Yeah, it was like very.
I thought you weren't going to make it. Yeah,
I thought I was going to die. It was that was the most epic part.
Yeah, I saw you make like a couple of errors against the Hollow Knight, and I'm like, oh god, she's fucked. Nah, she can't do it. There's no way. Yeah, that ruled.
My favorite gaming moment of all time, probably.
Yeah. Shit, what was I gonna say? Yeah, plooging. Yeah, plooging is coming back in a big way. I was looking into. I mentioned that my local printer, was giving me like some bullshit. They were giving me bullshit quotes on their books. I was looking at Mixam, which I think is a UK-based printer, and I think I can get the price down to under 20 a copy through them, which is okay. Like it's manageable. That's for 100 copies. If I were to sell more than 100, I could get the price down even lower. Under 20 is like fine. I have a couple more options I want to look at to maybe save even more or something. But we'll see. I could bring it down even lower if I made the book small. Like if I made the book like 6x9, I could get it down to like under 12. But that's like
6x9 inches.
But that's a little smaller than I think I am willing to accept it being. It's not sad. Or I don't know. I'll have to like look at it in real life. Maybe I'll just have to use a ruler.
Print out on a piece of paper and cut it to the size it would be.
Yeah.
Just to have a look at how legible everything is.
I was envisioning something that's like 8x12, but that might be too big. That might be like unwieldily large. Maybe not. I don't know.
8 by 12.
That's a little bit bigger than a.
That's bigger than like a Peanuts anthology. That's bigger than a fucking. What is? I think that's larger than a Homestuck book actually.
I think it might be because that's
Homestuck books are like 9x9 or something.
The Homestuck books are almost square.
Yes.
My book would need to be. I think I want it to be about like 3:2 ratio. You know, like longer than it or wider than it is tall. Because you know it was Twitter images, and that's the roughly like the Twitter image ratio size. Yeah. I don't know. I'm shopping around, but I was glad to see that like no. These prices that fucking Fleming Printing is quoting me are not reasonable. It is unacceptable. They will pay for what they've done.
They lost themselves a customer.
They have lost themselves a damn customer. Those mutants. I thought we had something, Renee. I thought we had rapport. But no.
But instead, you thought I was poor.
Yeah. Okay, here's something funny that happened this week. Okay, so I recorded a podcast. I was on a podcast. A Cheesy Manfredo invited me onto a podcast. His new podcast, which is called Main Character Syndrome, is what it's called. Yes. And he invited me onto an episode with, maybe you've heard of this guy, the YOLO Swag Studios. I don't know. You might be
vaguely. Are they an animator?
They are a cartoonist. They draw funny little comics on Twitter mostly.
Okay, maybe I'm not sure. I feel like I may have seen them before.
They're moderately big on Twitter. So that was cool. Got to talk to that guy. But then after that, we recorded. I think he said that's going to come out like end of the month or something. But then after we recorded that, I was talking to him and he mentioned that he had a comic idea that he was not planning to draw, but he wanted to have this other artist draw it. This other artist called Mimiori, who went kind of viral on Twitter a few weeks ago, or maybe longer than that, I don't know, because she made Among Us Girl, which is like people loved Among Us Girl.
I love Among Us Girl.
She's very
specific Among Us Girl.
Yes.
Yes, it is very specific.
Let me.
I like Fall Guys Girl too.
Fall Guys Girl, yeah. Her bitter rival, Fall Guys Girl.
She looks like she'd call me names, and that's good.
I bet Gib would like. Fall Guys Girl. Actually, this could be the type. Here, this is Among Us Girl.
Oh, I have not seen this.
Everybody loves Among Us Girl. I don't know.
She says sus.
Crewmate. I love you, crewmate. Anyway, anyway, Cheesy wanted Mimiori to draw this comic idea that he had, but it was like they were trying to work out like who. He wanted to like pay her an artist fee, but they were going to do like, okay, when you draw it, then I'll try to sell it, and I'm not going to pay you up front, but like I'll pay you out of the sales, and like you'll get the first cut of like the fee, and that'll be it. But it was like, okay, but because it's like not a guaranteed return, it's like, okay, she couldn't like do it. She had to like prioritize other things. So I, a genius that I am. There, oh yes, there's Fall Guys Girl. I was just like, here. Well, why don't I just pay for it? I'll just give you money. I'll just give you some money.
I definitely like Fall Guys Girl.
Yeah, I knew it.
She's a bully. She'll bully you just like you always dreamed.
Is she a bully, or does she just look like that?
She's got that well, it's like Rose Lalonde and Mandy from Billy and Mandy and Pacifica Northwest sort of vibe.
Yeah, very, very Pacifica. I like her little tote bag with the Fall Guys face on it. It's great. But anyway, I said, here, I'll just pay for it. Here's some money. Anyway, the point is now I'm executive producer of this thing because I paid for it, and I think that's pretty funny.
You're producer of Among Us Girl comic?
Not of Among Us Girl. It's Cheesy's specific story, which is called Extra Souls. I won't say anything more about it because it would be a spoiler. But so she's drawing it. He wrote the script. He wrote it and came up with the idea. She's drawing it, and I'm executive producer.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And maybe I'll get my money back if people buy it. Lamau.
So. I just realized what this comic is. Maybe I'll buy chicken for dinner. They both grab for chicken. Among Us Girl, Fall Guys Girl, what are they gonna do? There's more than one thing of chicken there, so it's not even like they have to fight over it.
It's true. But no,
they're just gonna kill each other.
They just, I think the problem is not that there's not enough chicken to go around. It's that now they've seen each other, and it's
time to throw down.
I'm not even sure what happens.
Fall Guys Girl is gonna fall onto her, and Among Us Girl is going to try and vent to get away.
Yeah, so anyway.
She gets stuck in the vent because it's a real fucking vent, and it's like, oh no, it's not meant for humans to go through.
So anyway, I'm a patron of the arts. I'm an executive producer now. I'm moving on up in the world, and I just wanted to let everyone know that what a big shot I am.
Yeah,
I like that laugh.
Yeah. No, because it's like it is kind of cool, but it's also like it's like it's executive producer is the sort of thing you see when you're young, and it's like, wow, I wonder what that means.
Yeah,
must be important because they're always like right at the end, but it's really literally just they paid for it.
Yes, that's
right.
They
put money in it, and they get to put their name important. Like, well, I paid, so can I have like my big name really big in the credits? And like, yeah, okay.
Can you put me in the video description? Just my name.
What?
It's just paying for that. You know, I always thought it was like super lame when patrons were like, "Oh, if you pledge this amount of money, we'll put your name at the end."
Yeah,
but no,
like, who cares?
That's what people pay. People pay millions of dollars for that in movies. So
yeah. This video is executively produced by all my patrons.
Well, being an executive producer, the challenge is you got to recognize the talent. You got to have an eye for talent. The hard part is not giving someone some money. The hard part is scouting out like who is worthy of your investment. And I think Cheesy is a real go-getter. I like Cheesy's moxie, and I think Mimiori is pretty good at drawing stuff. So it's like, yeah, I think we're doing this. I think it's time to throw down. It's time to invest. I'm gonna take all my money out of Bitcoin and put it into comic executive producer credits. Getting in on the ground floor. It's going to the moon. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I did. Left the call.
I didn't leave the call. I was delivered food that I didn't know was happening. Now I have a steak here.
Well,
I can't eat a steak in the middle of a podcast.
I mean,
or can I?
Well, here, how about this? You won't have to, because I'll kill your appetite by telling you about the other thing that happened to me this week.
Did you diarrhea?
Yeah. Well, that goes without saying. But I think I had a tonsil stone. I think I got one. Do you know what those are?
I know the tonsils are the back of your mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know what a stone of that would be. It's like a buildup.
Yes. OblivionFall, do you know what a tonsil stone is?
It's like a weird growth sort of thing. I don't know.
It's not a growth. It's like in the okay. I'm not sure if it's what it is, but I think so. In the tonsil, in like the crevices of the tonsil, fucking, I don't know, stuff just gets caught in there, and sometimes it just accumulates. Yeah, sure, piss crystals. It accumulates into like a lump, a white lump, and it just lives there in your tonsil until it eventually, if you're lucky, falls out, or maybe it is extracted if it's like whatever. Anyway, all I know is I was eating something, I had just eaten something, and then like I like spat something out, and there was like just a white sort of like ball of something, and I was like, "What is this? Like, this does not look like what I was eating." And I was like, I get, maybe it's a tonsil stone. I've never had one before. Although they say the tonsil stones smell really bad, and this thing did not smell that bad. It didn't smell like much of anything. So I don't know. Maybe that's not what it was. Maybe it was just some food. I don't know. It was like smooth and sort of roundish. Sort of pea-sized, small pea-sized. I don't know. I hadn't noticed any like white blobs in my tonsil. If you go on YouTube and you look up tonsil stone extraction, you can see inside the mouth. You can see people's tonsils just absolutely laden with big white lumps of stuff. And then they go in with like a hook and they like jostle them around and they squeeze them out and they just fall out. It's disgusting. Anyway, I hope that's killed Gibbs' appetite, so she won't have to eat that steak on.
Yeah, I'll make sure to talk about piss crystals some more.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rant about kitty litter and
okay.
why it's bad.
Let me hear it.
So there used to be a really good brand. It was like this paper litter that flushes. You can flush it, which is handy.
Wait, like you line the box with paper?
It's like these little blue pellets that are apparently made out of paper, but they're like little blue pellets that are like squishy, like foam almost.
Oh, but you can. So it's but it's flushable.
Yeah, it's flushable. So like,
interesting.
It's very good at like sticking to all the trash that your cats are dropping. It's really good at solidifying and clumping as well, and you can just flush it down the toilet, which is really handy because we had the little box in the toilet. And then they stopped making it for some reason, or at least they stopped selling it here around the time COVID started. So like, mid-early 2020, we couldn't get it anymore. So then we had to try other types of litter, and there are so many just terrible, terrible types of kitty litter that I don't know why anyone would ever use them. The first one we found was like these like hard like brown pellets that didn't clump, they didn't do anything, and it would just turn to mush at the bottom where all that pee is, and that's no good. And so that shit was terrible, and also it's like really sharp. If a cat's kick it out of the box and you step on it, it'll like hurt your foot. And then we tried, because we kept seeing like, oh, crystal kitty litter, like, and I'm like, huh, that seems weird, but we might as well try it, since like we've been trying a bunch of different things, and none of them were really that good. So we tried. I'll show you a picture of this. It's like these hard like plastic,
delicious,
like, transparent crystals, and we thought maybe this will be okay.
I'm gonna crush that up and snort it, if you know what I'm saying.
All
what does
I have
it smell
to
like?
say,
Does it smell minty?
It smells minty. It does.
Nice, nice.
This is the worst shit imaginable, though. This is actually the worst. Like, having this is the worst experience I've ever had with kitty litter. This is like everything bad. Like a good litter, will cancel out the odor. It'll clump. The liquids will cause it to clump, so you can easily scoop out those parts. It's not too heavy, which means that when you put it in the trash, it doesn't make the trash bag weigh a ton.
Cool.
And it also like clings to poop and stuff correctly and all that. So that way, like that those are the things you want. This checks none of those boxes. And also it's fucking sharp. Like walking into the bathroom is
cut yourself on it?
Never cut myself, but like as painful as stepping on glass could be without bleeding is what it felt like.
Like
for
on
like months. And the worst fucking stuff is that, because you're just like you mostly like scoop stuff off the top. What I didn't realize is that the bottom of the litter box, like all the crystals had turned. No, I hope Kim's not listening while she's eating. This is
I hope she
part.
is.
No. Guys, this steak's so good.
Fuck you.
It's so good. Even the most grossest things did not dissuade me from eating it.
So
what kind of steak? What cut? I want to know. I want to know what cut you're eating.
It's from a cow.
Damn it!
What?
I don't know. It's like a steak the size of a. Well, I don't know where it came from. It's good. It's got like there's like sautéed little potatoes and like a tomato sauce thing. It's good.
Damn.
Fine.
I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna get to the gross part of the story now.
Yeah.
So
let's have
so
it.
they don't really this shit doesn't really absorb liquid. It just changes color. So at the bottom of the litter box, after a while, I'm like, I've been cleaning stuff off the top. I should probably like do a full on clean, scrub the box out, as you should do every couple months at least. Because instead of just emptying it, the bottom of the thing was the most disgusting looking and smelling thing I'd ever seen. The crystals had absorbed so much pee that they weren't just yellow; they were like dark orange, almost brown with pee.
That's how you know you're getting your money's worth.
But they were like, when I scraped it with the scraper thing, like the little shovel, like liquid would still like leak from the crystal like pile at the bottom, and
amazing.
The weirdest shit is it somehow like was getting into the air. I was breathing in piss crystals. I could feel them coating my lungs, just being near it.
Very nice.
It was the worst experience ever. And after that, I just me and Kai were just like, fuck this, never buying this shit again. This is like the worst litter imaginable. And then we found, then we switched because we couldn't get the fucking blue paper palette stuff anymore because again they didn't sell it. We eventually found it's like powdered like wood shavings or something. That's like scented, and it's pretty good. It's the next best thing, because it's still pretty lightweight. You can't flush it, but aside from that, it's just as good as the blue paper litter pellets.
So there's no alternative. There's no like similar off-brand alternative to the old kind you used to get. You can't like order it online or something.
You really, we tried. We just couldn't find it.
Damn. Blows.
But yeah, the wood, it's like sawdust, sort of like litter or whatever, and it's scented like trees or some shit. I don't know. That stuff's all right. It's a lot better than everything else we were trying at the time. We couldn't.
Yeah, sounds pretty bad. I'm not a cat owner. You know,
Yeah.
I could care less about animal husbandry.
Our cats are wonderful and they're best friends.
Is it possible for the cats to like learn how to go outside? Like where you live?
No, it's not good.
That's just not how cats. We
keep our cats as indoor cats.
Yeah, there's indoor cats and there's outdoor cats.
Yeah.
And if you're not,
I mean, I guess so, but like, no, that is true. Some cats want to stay inside all the time. My cat regularly goes out on little expeditions. We've never needed a litter tray for her.
That's awesome. That rules.
Our cat Labris, and I will put a picture of her in chat.
Labris,
named after the character from Persona 3, and our other character Aegis is also named after character from Persona 3.
I know who Aegis is.
Yeah, that's Labris. She's our. When we got her, she was apparently 6 months old, but she looked like she was 3 months old. She's tiny. She's a tiny ball of fluff, and we've had her for 2 years, and she's still tiny. I worry that if she ever went outside, she would just never come back. She would just wander off.
Yeah.
She's very silly. I don't think she knows where she is ever.
I used to live with a cat, a horrible cat, a disgusting little creature who would scratch you, who would like swipe at anyone who came near all the time. And if you let it out, it would attempt to bolt out of any door that was opened. You had to like watch your back and make sure the cat was not around, and if it was around, you had to like really carefully block its way from getting out the door, because it would try as hard as it could to get out, and once it was out, you had to chase it around in order to get it to come back in.
Oh geez.
A nasty little goblin thing that should have been put down. It was allowed to live, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, the weird thing is when we got Labris, it was actually.
I'm not talking about Trixie's old cat. Not talking about what's her name, Lala. By the way, Lala was a good cat.
All right, okay, so anyway. Yeah, so we got Labris because our other cat we had, Aegis. I'll put a picture of her in chat. She so it's Aegis. She's holding a little yellow fluffy ball in her mouth.
Whoa, Umbreon! Whoa!
Yeah, Umbreon.
Did she kill Umbreon?
Yeah, she did.
she pulled off its yellow.
Exactly. She was so we had two cats. We had
but how did her attack her stats must be as insane. Umbreon's such an incredible wall. Like it's got such bulk. Like how did she do that? I'm sorry.
She used attract. She used cute. Look, what are cute Pokemon moves?
She toxic stalled it.
Well,
with her horrible poisonous kitty litter crystals, pea crystals.
It's true. So we got Aegis, and we had a cat called Artemis living with us that we gave to my mother-in-law after a while. But Aegis was very much trying to like acting in motherly ways towards our other cat who was older. She was always trying to clean her. The other cat didn't like it. She didn't like being cleaned, and she would like try to fight her. Yeah, Artemis didn't like being cleaned. She would fight off Aegis a lot, and Aegis would just end up like sitting on blankets and just licking the blankets and licking towels and just licking things all the time. And we thought we need to get her a friend that she can. We need to get a kitten so that she can dote upon them. And so we went to a shelter and we thought, well, let's get a boy cat this time. And we there was a little black kitten and we were going to call it Mona. named after the fucking cat from Persona 5, I
Mona
guess.
love after Lisa.
I didn't know you were such a Persona head.
I like the Persona games. I've never played them, but I watched my husband play them, and
okay.
I think they're good. I like Persona 3 a lot.
I've never played a Persona.
They're pretty good. But yeah, so we got this black cat called Mona. And they're really cute, and we grabbed them because when we were at the shelter, it just liked me. It was just hugging my leg. It was just wrapping its paws around my leg and wouldn't let go. And we were like, we'll take this one. And it was a mistake. It was a big mistake. Mona was we got Mona home, and Mona had the sharpest claws of any cat I've ever fucking encountered. Its claws were out pretty much 24/7. It would just constantly like scratch, like, and it wasn't like aggressive. It just did it because it just felt like it. It would just scratch everything. And the other cats were terrified of him, and we had to like shut him in.
He would even scratch the other cats.
Yeah, he would scratch the cats. He would scratch us. He would scratch everything. And he's just playing. He's just doing it because he thinks it's funny. He's not even mad.
And that's toxic cat behavior.
Toxic cat behavior. And so we had to shut him like in the bathroom, like in the master like bathroom by our bedroom, because we couldn't let him out at night because he would cause too much trouble. And we were like, this sucks. We hate that we have to keep him separated from them. And every time we'd go in there, he would just be like asleep in the sink. He'd be filling up the sink, and he was really cute. But then, like, if we went to pet him, he would just reach out his paw and just fucking slice our skin open like nothing. We've never had a cat that would do that to that extent. And after like 2 weeks, we were just like, I think we have to try and take him back. And it was a really hard decision. We were like, we really didn't want to. We really tried sticking it out, and then like, even after having that thought, we kept him for like another week, and then it was just so bad, and we're like, we just have to. And the original shelter wouldn't take him back. And we had to fucking drive around to like 4 different shelters, and eventually we found one that took him in, because we're not gonna fucking abandon him on the side of a road or some shit. And then when we got home, we're like, okay, I guess we'll try to find another cat, because that one just did not mesh. It was not good. And then we saw a picture of the cat that was, Labris, who I posted earlier. We saw a picture of her on the shelter website. And we're like, she's beautiful. She's beautiful, fluffy thing. She basically looks like our cat Igus, just way fluffier. But another family had already like said we're picking her up. So like we called the place. We're like, we want to get this cat, and they're like, oh well, there's actually another family who's already like said that they want her, and they're going to come around and pick her up. But if they don't show up, then you can have her. And we're like, oh shit, there's no way they're not going to show up. And then they didn't.
Wow.
The other family just never came. They just for 5 days after that the other family was supposed to pick up the cat. Apparently they tried calling that family. They just couldn't get to them. They were like, okay, I guess you can have her. And then we brought her home, and immediately, the complete opposite of Mona, they became best friends. Like, I guess didn't need to clean the blanket anymore. I guess just like within like 5 minutes of them saying hello to each other, I guess was cleaning her and being all sweet, and then they were cuddling. It was wonderful.
Yes.
And unlike Mona, who fucking scratched up everything, Labris has never scratched me once. Every time I've interacted with her, she always has her claws retracted. Every time she bats at me or swipes at me, it's just soft little whiffle things. Her claws are never out. And we've had her for about 2 years now, and she's been the nicest, sweetest thing. She is just a little bit retarded. And all cats are, to be fair, but she's like, she has certain spots around the house where she'll just sit and look at the ceiling and scream. And it's always the same free location. She'll just sit there and scream at the walls, and I don't know why. But aside from that,
probably
she's
a
good.
problem with the walls.
Yeah,
Cats know.
Yeah,
she's always making crazy faces too. Putting a GIF in chat, you can see her in the background. Her head's just spinning all over the place. That's what she does. She's very silly, but very sweet.
I really like
look
that
at these two.
When a cat is like play fighting with you,
they're friends.
And they're like the friends, like because my cat Luna, she sometimes gets the claws out, but not to like fight. She'll like have the claws out, but not like scrape them. she'd be like bap me when I'm like tickling her in an annoying way, and she's like she gets her mouth around my finger, but she doesn't bite down. She just sort of like imitates like this is what I would do if I were to bite you, but I love you actually.
Yeah. She's like that.
That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice cat behavior. It's too bad all cats aren't like that.
Yeah.
What a shame. Well, oh well.
Oh well.
Like I always say, I don't know what I always say. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
I always find it difficult to find the words, and that's what I always say.
Oh, speaking of, I better do that fucking Wordle. I haven't done it today.
I
lost.
Oh, yeah,
really?
I had my first lose on Wordle. My streak of 100% success has been ruined forever.
I
what
lost
was the word
one
for that day? Because I actually forgot to do Wordle that day, but I saw your tweet about it.
Do you guys do any Wordle alternatives?
I do Worldle, which is quite fun. Which is it shows the silhouette of a country or province or something, and you have to guess where on Earth it is. And for the last few days though, it's been very difficult. I think the last one I did was like an island that has nothing on it, which is like a few kilometers like north of Antarctica, which is owned by Denmark. And it's like, my first guess was a country near the bottom of Africa, which is the closest I got. And I'm like, it's the same shape as like Lesotho, which is like a little country, I think, within South Africa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was my first guess. It was wrong. Go south. And I'm like, it's the south point of Africa. What the hell is south of that? So sometimes it's just so obscure you'd never get it. But it's still fun because like you can be like, I don't feel like stupid for not knowing that very obscure island that has nothing on it.
I tried to do hurdle. You tried hurdle?
Where you herd sheep?
I hate it. It's about identifying a song, and it'll have like it'll play you like the first like second of a song, and then you try to get there. It has like a list. Like every time it generates a list of like some amount of songs that it could be. So it's not like you're just guessing from every song in existence. You're guessing from a list, but it's like a big list. Like you can't like look at the entire list, but there is like a limited list of things it could be. And you try to guess it, and then if you don't get which one, then it plays you a little more of the song, and then you do it again. It sucked. I didn't like it. And I was completely hopeless.
I don't listen to music that other people listen to, so I would never know.
Yeah, I was completely hopeless at it. So, and I was like, this is not the kind of thing I'd be good at. No, by far my favorite Wordle alternative is Squirtle. Have you played Squirtle?
I haven't played that one.
No.
Squirtle, it's guessing Pokemon. And
lol.
Yeah, you guess their you guess a Pokemon, and then it will tell you like their generation. Did you get the right generation, or is it a higher generation, lower generation? Their types. Did you get their types right? And then their height and weight. Like is it taller or shorter, and is it heavier or lighter? And you get 8 guesses to get the correct mon, and I've done it a few times now.
You start with nothing, then. You just put in a Pokemon, and they'll tell you whether you're on the right track on some things or other.
Yeah. Hold on. Today I guessed. Well,
what if I want to play it?
Or no. Okay, yesterday. Yesterday I guessed Shinx, and it was like no, that's not the generation. Lower or whatever. And then it's like no, neither of the types were right. Okay, and it's bigger and it's heavier, and then you just go. It's a great one. I like it a lot.
I want to try that one. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
But like the thing I don't like about Wordle, is the reason I lost was like the nightmare scenario where I knew 4 of the 5 letters very early on, and then because I was playing hard mode, I couldn't narrow it down in the subsequent guesses.
On hard mode, you can get completely fucked like that sometimes.
My first guess was torch, and it was like CH at the end. I was like, okay. How about hatch? Because there was a T. And it was like, okay, hatch is ATCH. So, okay, hatch. Latch? No. Batch? Catch? Match? No. No. It was watch, and I'd lost. I was like, that's stupid.
That blows.
I wasn't stupid. The game's bad. And then I will never play it again ever.
That's like one of those Minesweeper situations, right? When it's like, okay, there's like an equal, you get down to the last couple choices and there's like an equal chance that the mine is in like one or the other.
Yeah.
And you just gotta guess.
It's like it could be any of those consonants. There's too many words that end like that.
Yeah. There was one where I forget that happened like a few weeks ago, where I was lucky enough to get it, but like the word I had 4 of the letters correct. I was just missing 1 letter, and it turned out there were like 7 words it could be just by changing the 1 letter.
If you're not on hard mode, you can just guess like another word that has those letters in them to eliminate them. But if you are playing on hard mode, there's just nothing you can do.
I'm not playing on hard mode, but I treat it like hard mode. I always like
everybody does that, and I don't know why. Just play on hard mode if you're going to do that.
Because
you might as well get that star.
I feel like I'm. Oh yeah, you're right. I should just play on hard mode. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how to switch to hard mode. I'm not.
There's a little thing at the top.
There we go. I turned that on.
Hell yeah!
But I just realized that I had lost. I hadn't lost before, and my score was like 100% success rate. But I had missed my streak 1 or 2 days. So I really should have, like, once I realized that it was probably I was going to lose, I should have just not done it for that day. And then my streak, my statistics would have been perfect forever.
But what's the point?
Because now that it says 98%, and I'm like, there's no way I can get it back to 100. This game is permanently tarnished.
You have to win 199 times so that the 99.5% rounds up to 100. It's the only way.
I wonder if that actually does work.
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Sometimes they don't round up to 100 unless it's actually 100. They'll never give you that last percentage unless it's everything. That's how video game percentages.
The New York
completion percentages.
The New York
work.
Times is gonna stiff you like that. I bet.
New York Times is gonna buy your game for $1 million.
I fucking hate New York.
Fuck New York.
Fuck New York. I wear a shirt that says I like upside down heart New York.
Spades. Spades. You got to go with
I spades New York.
Yeah, I'm Caliganus. What was wrong with the old York?
Small, I guess.
You're asking the real questions.
It's a town in the UK. It's just like it's nice.
Yeah,
not enough space for giant buildings though.
Caliganus is like it's like you hate each other, but you also like respect one another as like rivals. So yeah. It's a bit different, I guess. Oh well, it's the best I got.
Damn.
I shart New York.
Let's see if I have anything else on my stupid topic list. Oh, I bought the Ukraine bundle from Itch. Honestly, just because of the value, incredible value. I saw Kingdom 2. I saw that it had Kingdom 2 on it.
Oh, yeah, I played Kingdom.
I liked the original Kingdom, and I didn't even know there was a sequel, but I saw, there's a Kingdom 2. Oh, and it's on the Ukraine bundle. Oh, and it normally costs $15, but the entire Ukraine bundle costs $10. Well, what else am I going to do? So I was like, well, obviously I have to buy the Ukraine bundle. So I did.
You're losing money by not doing it.
Basically. And obviously, I support Russia's right to self-determination, and I support their action against the imperialist United States and NATO.
That bundle though.
But that bundle though, I had to sell out. I had to sell out Putin, my man Putin. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Yeah.
Did you see the video? A guy was filming out his window at a tank, and the tank like shot at the guy filming, and it exploded right in front of his face, and he just didn't even flinch.
I I did see that.
I did not. No, I didn't.
Hold on, let me
It
find
wasn't like right in front of his face, but like
right below the window.
You see the tank coming up, facing him, and then the barrel goes up a bit and it shoots. And I think in that it's like it bounces off of the ground, so it wasn't shooting up at the guy in the window, but it bounces off the ground.
People say it bounces off the ground. I think they're misreading the video. It's actually just clipping of the branch on a tree, because you see the branch actually starting to fall when the bullet like slices through.
Maybe it's a different one we're thinking of. No. I distinctly remember seeing like a thing where it ricochets off and then hits the building in front of the guy in the window, and he keeps filming. He doesn't move out the way entirely.
No, we're talking about the same video, because I saw Vosh were acting and he was saying, "Oh, look, you see it bounce," and I looked at it. I'm like, no, it's actually slicing through the tree.
Oh God! Oh
wow! He just zooms out casually. That would be so terrifying, having seen an explosion happen and the dust is there, and you don't know whether they're about to like fire right at you because you can't see anything.
They're gonna come back for more. Oh, I guess you reminded me that I'm mad at Vosh. I really fucking hate Vosh this week. I really think his stupid J.K. Rowling thing was like really embarrassing.
What was embarrassing? Yeah. Why is it embarrassing?
Because J.K. Rowling is a devil, but he looks like a bad guy. He looks like the bad guy because he's like,
he said, "Woman, shut up."
She retweeted. The reason why she retweeted him was because he had already made himself look like the bad guy, and he was an easy dunk, and it worked. And I just like, what is the point? What is the point of a debate bro who makes our side look bad and embarrasses us? Like is this? That's not what we pay you for. That's not what you're supposed to do. You fucked up. It actually really irritates me.
I don't agree, because it's just a tweet that, like, when you tweet out a dumb joke like that, and people all over the left make those sorts of jokes all the time, you don't know that J.K. Rowling was going to retweet it ahead of time. Like, if he had known that was going to be the case, he probably wouldn't have done that. It's not like he went on a talk show with J.K. Rowling and then made the joke. It just kind of...
Yeah,
and also,
I know he didn't know she would retweet it, but
and also, "Woman, shut up" versus all the other things that people bring up with Vosh is like nothing compared to everything else, in my opinion. So like,
I did see his like response to the backlash of that, and his
argument. He's just doubling down on it. Like, it's bad. Like, I think he's handling it wrong. I think
he had a point in that oh god, trying to remember what he said, because it was like, yeah, I guess I could see where you're coming from. That like she, God, it was a good point, and I kind of agreed with it. I can't remember what he said.
It was
like he made like a sexist comment, and I think. No, I can't remember it. So it's not like a good idea for me to try and paraphrase.
I'm just like,
fuck.
Like my mom is a big Harry Potter fan. Certainly does not have like a nuanced take on like trans people or whatever, on like gender ideology. I imagine someone like her seeing J.K. Rowling pointing at Vosh and being like, this guy thinks women should shut up. And it's just like, it looks bad. You failed. You fucking failed to do what you're supposed to do. And it bugs me. And I'm upset. I wish he hadn't done that.
It's not like I guess it's hard to know how much it like actually hurts trans rights exactly. Like the idea is like moderate people who like, they know who J.K. Rowling is and they don't really know what trans rights are. They wouldn't immediately understand that what she says is like transphobic or bigoted.
No.
But they will definitely see that what Vosh said is mean and like sexist.
Right.
So like I guess they would feel that way. I just don't know. God, why do I hate that I don't remember? I don't want to go watch his video right now to figure it out. Whatever.
I noticed
it's stupid.
I noticed people on the left, like when, and I got this reaction from Spork, and then later saw other people memeing about it. That if he had said white women shut up, then people on the left wouldn't be mad. But I feel like people on the right would just be like, oh well, now it's also racist too.
I guess.
Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess the only solution is to just never make those kinds of jokes at all, because you might get screenshotted. I suppose.
No, I think it's. I feel like ContraPoints.
I kind of don't think it was like a comment that was made in very good taste. Like, I don't think it was very funny. I don't think it's a good joke to just be like, women should shut up. Haha, isn't it funny that I said that? Like, not really.
Well, you said women shut up challenge. It sounds like a YouTube title, and I giggled at that aspect.
He said the joke was because it was International Women's Day and J.K. Rowling was making like transphobic tweets at the time. Like, I stand, with women, like, haha, not trans people, that sort of stuff. And Vosh was like doing the opposite of like the phrase. It's like listen to women.
It was like women speak up, and it's like more like women shut up, Lamau.
Women shut up, if and then he went on to be like, you're crying about this when you're a billionaire trying to remove the rights of trans people.
Yeah, I know.
And it's all like,
yeah,
I can see there's two sides to it, and I forget what he said.
I mean, obviously, I agree with Vosh's position. I just think rhetorically, he made a big error.
He made a big
costly error, and he isn't even sorry about it, and that makes me mad. Okay, I'm upset. And what are you going to do about it? No, you're trying to fight me about it, and I'm going to fight you back.
Whatever. I'm not really just throw down for Vaush.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what he said, and because it was something about like how optics, like if you constantly care so much about optics, then something is bad, but I forget why.
I don't remember exactly what he said either. I'm not mad at him, because I see people all over the place making those sorts of jokes all the time, and we laugh at them and we think they're funny. When
I don't know if I do. I don't really think that his joke was very funny. So I don't know. I just
I mean, do you think it's not funny because of the potential?
I'm not offended.
Problem?
I'm not offended about it, and I'm not like, oh, if you say this, people are gonna, I don't know. It's just not very compelling. Just be like, oh, aha. Well, you see, I said that. Yes, I did say women should shut up, but you see, the joke was that I don't actually mean it. I just said it when I don't mean it. Oops.
Well, it wasn't as simplistic. That's why I said it was like.
I don't. When I see the phrase
advocating for women.
When I say "woman shut up" challenge, that just immediately reads to me as like it's obviously a joke, like directed at her specifically.
I know that because I know I feel like who Vosh is.
Even not knowing who Vosh is, like the word "challenge" being in there just makes it sound like some dumb like free AM YouTube challenge like title thing. Like it's clearly jest. Anyone who's like internet.
My mom's not going to think that.
Sure.
I guess.
But like, would she understand any of the other points Vosh made? Regardless.
No.
And if Vosh hadn't said that, it wouldn't have been screenshotted, and nothing would have even happened anyway. And she would have just found some random trans person.
Well, it kind of just seems to me like
instead.
Well, it kind of seems to me like Vosh making, he's just making these deliberately inflammatory comments, kind of being, just a little bit shitty, just a touch little shitty, just for fun and profit, and then and then JK can see him doing this and be like, aha, I'll make an example of him. I'll show how my enemies are so evil and cruel.
I think part of his thing was like, she would have done that to anyone because she's looking for someone to like scapegoat as like, this is why trans people don't deserve rights. Look at this annoying, mean person who was mean to me. They hate women.
Right.
Because people say that to her all the time because they hate her, because of course they do.
Right.
And I think his justification for that is that he can take like people getting mad at him because of this. And he's not a small creator that would be like bullied by J.K. Rowling. But that's not a good example. That's not a good like. I guess it's not a good argument for doing it in the first place.
I don't care what happens to Vosh. I just think it's embarrassing. I feel embarrassed. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't. But then again, I've heard so many worse jokes on the PCP itself. Maybe not recently, but
well,
yeah.
It's the point is that it's when J.K. Rowling says it, people listen. That's the difference. That people will hear it and see it. This is she like what she says is important as much as I wish that weren't the case.
I mean, that's true. I just feel like I'm not sure how like this is like a tipping point for anything in particular. I feel people who follow J.K. Rowling on this topic are already transphobic anyway because they've already been listening to her.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like there's a swath of people who just don't have a nuanced take on this issue, and they like JK because they don't understand, and maybe they could be persuaded, and that's not what happened. The opposite of that occurred this time.
The people who... I really hate the concern trolling aspect from like JK, like because the biggest annoyance is it's like, oh no, I love trans people, I love them, I support them. Yeah. I just think that don't you think it's a little bit groomery that you want children to have health care? Isn't that groomer behavior?
Yeah, I support them as long as they don't get anything, and I would rather them kill themselves than I'd rather
these men stay out of our spaces. I'm going to call them men constantly and deny them health care. And, maybe it's okay that in America, like, there are certain areas where, like, they're going to check your genitals if you're a kid to make sure that you're the right gender.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we don't like pedophilia. That's why we're going to touch children.
We don't like pedophiles. We definitely don't like pedophiles here. But...
we'll support legislation that allows adults to
we need to have teachers patting down our kids in schools before they use the restroom. We need to have them checking their genitals on the regular to stamp out pedophilia.
Of course.
Yeah, I think it's just my takeaway from that whole thing is that it's a net like neutral. I don't think the world has ended because of Vosh
I didn't say the world is ended. I just think it was embarrassing.
Sure, I don't. All right, I will not speak so exaggeratingly, but like, right. I feel like it's a net neutral. I feel like it's just sort of like, whatever.
I think it was bad.
It's kind of amusing that it happened to Vosh and that he got on fucking like news articles written about him.
Well, I don't like it. I don't like it because I see it as him acting out and being rewarded for bad behavior. That's what it seems like to me.
Sure. I mean, it was a dumb tweet, I guess. I just don't care.
Fine. All right. Well, that was what was grinding my gears this week. And that's the last thing on my stupid list of topics.
My gears are neither grinded or they're just still.
They're neither ground nor unground.
They're perfectly clean, unused.
They're unfunctioning. No one ever switched the power on. I have like only like one topic. I've been wanting to come on for like a couple weeks to talk about something, and because things kept delaying me, I forgot what it was. So instead, I'm going to ask. This was a meme like a few days ago. Maybe it's already died down. Maybe you've already had this conversation, and if not, we'll just skip it. But are there more doors or wheels in the world, in your opinion?
Are there more doors or wheels?
Doors.
Why do you say? I think it's wheels.
I would say doors because a single building can have many doors inside, and I feel like there are more buildings than there are cars, even though there are a lot of cars.
But it's not
because
just
some places
cars.
Don't have cars, and like in a big city, like a skyscraper would have maybe even thousands of doors in it. And like, how many cars take up that real estate on the ground?
Okay, cars have doors.
Cars have doors.
But here's the thing.
They do
There's
also have doors. Sometimes they have as many doors as they have wheels.
But
or maybe even more. You could have 5 because there's the boot.
Yeah, but there's usually a spare tire in there too, though. So it can
yeah, you got it. You don't forget about the spare tire.
I'm on team wheels. Because see, my argument was the same as yours at first until my husband Kai won me over. He explained, well, yes, but there's like wheels in a lot of things. How you're sitting on a chair? How many wheels does your chair have? My chair has 5 wheels, for example. An office building, a big tall skyscraper, probably has hundreds of office chairs that have 5 wheels each. So that building might actually have more wheels. A grocery store, so many shopping carts, that's full of wheels.
So okay,
a hospital beds.
A building can potentially contain like so many different things that have wheels.
Yeah, a wheel has to be, circular, spins around, and it can roll on the ground, like transport something.
Okay, does it have to roll on the ground? Because makes a difference.
See, that's in contention, because like if it doesn't have to roll along the ground, then if you have like a chest of drawers, those have wheels in them as well.
Yeah.
So like my dresser has 5 drawers, and each drawer has 4 wheels. Me and my husband counted up my bedroom, and we realized that there's like 50 wheels
just
in that one room.
A piece of like a machine of machinery, like that. Like it's not a wheel for rolling a thing around, but it is a wheel. Right. It rolls.
Whether or not you choose to count those like can influence the answer, but I think wheels win either way.
But what is a door then?
Human.
How would you define door? A thing with hinges that opens?
It doesn't have to have hinges. Sliding doors are a thing. I think it's like an archway that humans can pass through that can also close and like seal itself.
Okay, so that's very much like more restrictive than the wheel definition, I feel like. Because if wheels can include like the things inside drawers, then I feel like doors should be able to include latches and hatches and little openable things.
I think it has to have a hinge. I think having a hinge is required.
But then sliding doors don't have hinges.
But then sliding doors, those are definitely doors. So like this is more complicated than
a portal for which you can put human through and close.
But why human?
Well.
Is a doggy door a door?
True.
I feel like
actually, you're right. A doggy door should be a door. But then
why are the doors on a cupboard not a door? You know.
I guess some people do count cupboards. I feel like if you're counting like the wheels in a drawer, you should count cupboards as well. But then it's like, I don't know. Like I try to like restrict wheels to be like things that have to like roll on the ground.
Okay, so.
But then you can count Hot Wheels, and there's half a billion of those made a year. That's 2 billion wheels every year.
Yeah.
All right. I'm team door for no other reason than to be an alternative on this podcast.
I think the more I think about it, the more just like things that have wheels there actually are when you really just get right down to it.
I would posit this definition for a door. All right. A flat plane which can be moved in order to access the other side of a thing.
So, like an open doorway is not a door.
No. It needs the flat plane. Like a doorway, like an arch, then you could like count the arches underneath a bridge. They're not doors, they're just arches.
I think
a door would be if you put a flat plane on the bottom a bridge archway, and then that you could move it around to open it and close it.
Is a gate a door?
I think a door is a more architecturally like complicated object than a wheel. Just at its baseline, I feel like it's they're harder to produce, and therefore, sociologically speaking, there must therefore be fewer of them.
Although, I think now that I'm saying that, a lid is different from a door, but it's also a flat plane that you can move to access the inside of something. Huh.
I mean,
are CDs wheels? Are hard drive discs wheels?
I would go with no, because while they do rotate, they don't roll. They rotate, but they don't roll. Oh my god!
So
what's the difference between those two things?
They have to roll as the function of them. Like you can put a circular thing around an axle. And rotate it.
You're not gonna call a coin a wheel because it rolls. It has to like roll on an axle.
On an axle for the purpose of like bearing loads
or transportation. I'd just say transportation.
Okay,
generally.
I see. So to roll. Okay, rolling is a rotation that causes motion.
With contact with a thing with friction to move something.
Yeah. So,
either a draw outwards along like a floor, which is like the inside little metal thing of the drawer. That's the floor of that wheel. That's rolling along that track. Mm-hmm. A train has wheels. They roll along a track. That's obvious.
A shopping trolley, the wheels on an office chair, they roll the chair back and forth. That counts, I think.
But what about the door to the mind?
What about the door to the mind? You know what? I've forgotten.
What if something can like really open your eye?
How foolish!
Are eyelids doors? Are eyelids doors? Come on, let's think about this.
Wait, no. Your eyes, they roll in their sockets. They're wheels.
No, those are the eyeballs. The eyelids, those are different.
You could have ball-shaped wheels. It's happened.
Some animals have 2 sets of eyelids, so that's 4 doors per iguana.
Was your mouth a door? Are you into vor? That's
when someone is gatekeeping. Does that imply the existence of another gate and therefore a door?
It's to stop something going through.
Wait,
right? It's a barrier. So a door is a barrier that can be removed and replaced. Usually a flat plane, maybe a curved plane. Is a bread box a door? Does that have a door?
An oven has a door.
A refrigerator has a door. It could be like a garage door is a door.
Garage door, yeah.
Yeah, that's
bends. Like it can bend. It can has like sheets that like bend at a what do you call it? Thingy.
An aperture. A large sized aperture can function as a door, but you also have those in like your camera. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, so a thing that is made to block. This is fun. So like a wheel is defined as something that rolls along a surface for purposes of like bearing a load.
It's to move something. It's to move something other than itself. Because like a coin can roll, a rock can roll, but they just roll around. Yeah. They're not a wheel. So I think the wheel has to move something else by rolling.
And so a door is a barrier that can be removed and replaced in some fashion, and it's to stop things getting through.
Wait a minute. No, I'm so
an
stupid.
Anus could be a door.
I was going to say,
the anus is
a
window. The anus is a window.
What's the difference between those things?
Look,
when God closes one, he opens the other. That's the difference.
I think windows could be doors. I think they really could. You could classify a window as a door.
I almost said, wait a minute, bread rolls.
Oh,
so
shit.
Is bread a wheel?
Well, it isn't. It transports itself, but it doesn't transport other things. Unless you put something inside the bread roll.
Unless you put butter.
So it's transporting butter.
Okay, now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere.
Even with this limitation, I still think the wheels on a Hot Wheels car count as wheels. They still do their job. They're just small.
Wait, but a Hot Wheels car has doors.
The doors don't open.
Some of them
the doors
do.
are like painted
Some
on.
of them,
they don't actually open.
Yeah, those aren't made
right.
to be removed and replaced. I think that what was it? I was gonna say something.
Bicycles,
like
roller
a door.
skates.
Pockets are doors. When they have like a little thing you can close.
We have a zip.
A zip tie pocket.
A pocket is a bag, or bags doors. I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
Like if you have a school bag, you can zip that up.
I feel like it's funny because you could have like a tarp with a zip for a tent, and that's a door to the tent, but it is a zip thing. So you're not in a bag that's sized for a human. You're in a tent, and it has a door.
All right.
So I think bags could have doors to the inside of the bag.
As you can see, according to Google Trends, interest over time in doors is consistently higher. There are more searches. Yeah, there's 93 searches a day for doors, and only in the 60s for wheels. So Google Trends, they're both on the rise, by the way, as of recently. So I think this is a strong indicator in doors' favor. They're just more popular, and that means there must be more of them. People, they're on people's minds.
Counter argument.
What is this?
In the U.S., this person estimates that 700 million doors are produced per year versus like Hot Wheels alone, 2 billion wheels per year. That's a pretty big difference.
Yeah, but I don't know his definition of door. He's probably thinking you have to have a human walk through it.
True, they're probably thinking like doors for houses.
Hold on, where does he get his information on the U.S. door market?
You know, this guy's got Rudolph in his name, and that makes me not trust him. That sounds like someone
Rudolph.
who is bad.
It's like Bernie
Adolf.
Bernie Rudolph Madoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Nathan
what they call them.
Rudolph, Nathan Adolf. You just remove some letters.
I was gonna say Madoff, like Enron, 2008 market crash.
Wait.
But yeah, sure.
What about virtual doors? What about doors in a video game in Zelda? You know,
Minecraft has 0 wheels, but it has
no wheels at all. But you can make an infinite amount of doors with that game.
Dude, how many villages are in a Minecraft?
Does a minecart not have wheels?
Oh, it does.
I mean,
but that's for
does a boat.
Minecarts just float on the track. We don't actually have wheels that are like you can see.
No way. Is that true?
It's just a square. Like there are no wheels. I don't even think they're really painted on.
I mean, is a square wheel still a wheel?
I have to confirm this. If it rolls and it moves something, yeah, I would say. Oh yeah, no, there's no wheel. There's no wheel on the minecart. Holy shit, this changes everything.
So there's definitely more doors.
There's
in Minecraft,
sort of an
implication
of wheels in the sprite, but the 3D model, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you count wheels, I mean, they appear in mine shafts, but there's like villages. Actually, okay. I mean, this is one you can solve with math, because let's just assume that a minecart has 4 wheels. They do naturally generate sometimes. They're just rare, but they have more wheels per minecart than a regular door. If someone booted up a Minecraft world, scanned like 10 million chunks out, and counted all the doors and all the wheels that naturally generate, which would win? That's actually a good question. Someone could do that.
I think definitely the doors would win just because of the fact that villages have more than one building and all the buildings have doors.
Yeah.
I feel like villages are about as rare as mineshafts.
It's true. Mineshafts only have a couple of minecarts here or there. Unless there's other wheels in Minecraft I'm not thinking of.
Sometimes there's a mineshaft that's huge, it doesn't have any minecarts.
That's true.
Oh wait, no, they have minecarts inside chests, don't they?
Oh yeah, I mean,
they never have them like spawn randomly outside. At least I've never seen that.
No, there are minecarts with chests that are just sitting around, like as entities that are just minecart chests. So it's a minecart with a chest inside. You see those around.
Wow.
I see on the on the wiki that you can make one of those. Fascinating. Oh, you can put a furnace in your minecart? You can put a hopper?
Have you never tried that?
No.
You can make a little train. You can have like this is something I used to do way back, where I would have like my base.
What the hell is a warden? What the fuck?
It's a new thing. It's a new extremely scary mob that's coming.
I don't think it's in the game yet.
It looks insane.
It's in the game. In the experimental snapshot that they released 2 weeks ago, I summoned one just on the overworld. It wasn't even in a cave, and it was actually really scary. I was really scared because when he's around, your vision goes fucking down. You can barely see anything.
That must be why it's a popular page right now, because it's new. It's so freaky looking. Holy shit, yeah.
You can make like a little furnace minecart. You can put like a bunch of minecarts ahead of it and fill it with the chest with stuff. And then you put coal in the furnace, and then it'll go choo-choo, and it'll push the other minecarts along the track.
Yeah.
So you can like have a little train deliver your stuff to your base while you're doing the other things.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. Powered rails are more reliable, though. I've heard furnace minecarts are not.
Sure. I mean, 100%. This is like before powered rails were even a thing. That was the way to do it.
What about high-speed rail? What about China?
High-speed rail... trash. Clearly, we need the Hyperloop from Elon Musk. It's totally not a scam. He's totally not going to go to jail when his investors find out he's been selling vaporware for the past 10 years.
I agree, because car dependency is good because the price of gas is so reliable.
It's so much, clearly it's more economically efficient for instead of having a train, like one engine that carries like 100 people, to have 100 engines that carry one person each. Clearly that's more efficient. Economies of scale, bad, wrong. Let's move in the opposite direction. Elon Musk is clearly correct.
They just keep hiring. They just keep hiring new, like, brain trustees, fresh out of Ivy Leagues or whatever. To be like, hey guys, think of a new way to transport people efficiently, and they just can't stop reinventing buses and trains. They just can't do it any better. They're desperate, but it'll never stop, and they're just gonna keep doing it because they got to keep pulling in that salary. They just got to keep pretending they had a new idea.
I thought of it. A window, right, is a type of door that you can also see through. So not all doors are windows, but all windows are doors.
I feel like if you're not meant to go through the window, then it's a window and not a door.
Yeah, I feel like...
what if it's fun to do that, though?
Fun is there's no room for fun. We're here on a fact-finding mission.
But you're not supposed to go into a cupboard when you open that. Would that be a window?
If it's made of glass.
What if you have a glass cupboard?
Shit. I feel like cupboard doors.
I feel like
wardrobes and cabinets have doors. Yeah.
Actually, no. Not all windows are doors. If you can't open the window, then it's not a door.
Yes.
But many windows can be doors because you can open them.
I think we...
Game Fury needs to make a video about this, clearly.
Is a sandwich a door? Because it's like you open and close it?
Yeah. Do you guys want to go to voicemails?
Sure.
I think we can all agree that sandwiches are not wheels.
I think we can all...
So therefore they must be doors.
We can...
They're one or the other.
It's on the one. I mean, wheels and doors. They're all on a spectrum, right? And if you're not one, you must be closer to being the other.
Are humans doors or wheels?
Wait a minute. Every door is on hinges, and a hinge rotates and is a wheel inside the door. Doors contain wheels within them. Wheels within wheels.
I would disagree. I would say that it is not rolling along a surface. It is just rolling in place. It is rotating, not rolling.
If you take a single wheel and mathematically, and you define every radius from its center, geometrically speaking, you can divide every wheel into an infinite number of wheels. Every wheel is composed of an infinite number of infinitely thin, geometrically defined wheels.
You know, sliding doors are operated by wheels, and you might be saying the wheel's rotating in place and it's moving the door. Well, if you believe in the theory of relativity and you use the door as a reference frame, the door is standing still. The wheel is rolling along the door, carrying the universe with it.
100% am on board with this idea.
Yes, but not all doors are sliding doors. And also, you could extrapolate every possible angle a door could be open at as a different door. I mean, like a phantom door, just like you could with the phantom wheels.
Well, all 360 degrees of rotation are possible wheel states.
I forget whether or not relativity holds true between rotating frames of reference. So I'm just going to assume it does, and therefore say that based on your frame of reference, there's nothing in the universe that can be ruled out.
Are orbits wheels?
You can't say anything isn't rotating definitively. Therefore, everything is a wheel in one
frame.
frame.
I think
you could say that
wheels.
No. Orbits are not wheels. Planets could be wheels because they are rolling through space.
True.
Space-time.
Consider
the planetary system is a wheel, and in that case, consider
every molecule, every atom with its orbiting electrons, just in a solid crystal matrix. Obviously the atoms are not wheels because they're all fixed in place relative to one another. But in a liquid or a gas, they're all sloshing over one another. They're rolling around at the speed of sound.
This conversation is literally wheel spinning right now.
No. My fucking God.
Liquid is door. Okay, here's why.
Yeah. I'm listening. I'm ready to hear you out on this.
A door is two. It's a blockage. It stops something going through, but it can be removed and replaced. Every single particle, you can't phase through a particle. It'd be pushed out of the way. So each particle going past another particle, pushing it out of the way, is a door opening and closing behind another particle. So every single thing in the universe is a door.
So we've decided that every discrete object, every discrete particle in the universe is both a wheel and a door simultaneously. Yeah,
that's good. I think that works.
I'm satisfied with that.
If they're all doors and wheels, when they cancel out, and then
none of them are.
Then only what matters are like composites of objects.
When everyone's a door, no one will be.
Oh God! You're right.
Post in the comments your interesting arguments for
is a bucket
what
a door or a
and
wheel?
What is a wheel. I want to see as many creative ideas as possible.
I really think Vosh was being a door with that comment of his, and Rowling was being a real wheel by having an opinion about it.
Really bad optics. In Ben's opinion. But I think this opens doors for his notoriety. Now he can he can say
I don't even want to talk about this anymore. I shouldn't have said it.
Like Vosh adorable,
I hate you.
Vosh bad.
Thank you, finally. Somebody had to say it. Voicemails?
Yeah.
Yes.
Set up. Okay. I'm gonna do it right now. Let's see. Pulling them up. We got first one is called "Why Image Voicemails Suck." Let me find it. Here we go.
This is why image 528 hertz didn't change my DNA. The image lied. That's why.
Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
I get it. That's funny.
Is it quiet? Is it silent? Is that the joke?
I mean, usually when people send images, I assume they like don't even actually like send a voicemail. It's just like half a second of silence or whatever. A lot of the time, right?
It's usually 0 seconds.
That's probably the joke.
No. I don't know if I get it.
Maybe image voicemails are good. And
image voicemails suck because they don't contain audio.
The voice.
I mean, they don't need it.
It's just another way of like just sending an image to react to. Like the voicemail like service provides multiple functions. You can send a voicemail and you can send other shit too.
Okay, then the next one is an image voicemail, and it's this map of a UN General Assembly resolution on combating the glorification of Nazism, neo-Nazism, contemporary forms of racism, racial discrimination. This is how this country's voted or something.
Wait, combating the glorification. Okay,
that's weird.
Voted against.
How come?
Wait a minute.
I think I saw this before, but I don't know.
Wait, is this saying that it was only the United States and Ukraine?
Voted against. Yeah. I mean,
Weird.
It wouldn't surprise me too much, but I don't know what this study is about more.
I saw statistics that showed Ukraine as being particularly accepting of Jews among Eastern European states.
Yeah.
It's hard to know which things are what.
It was basically like what the question that was like, do you think Jews should be allowed or should they be kicked out or whatever?
Oh yeah, should they be? Would you accept them as like, citizens?
Yeah, like they should they be allowed to be citizens? In Ukraine, like 5% said no, but in like Russia, 15% said no, and it was like Ukraine was like the most accepting of all the surrounding countries.
Yeah.
But the weird this graph is kind of if this is true, this is kind of weird though. Like even New Zealand like abstained. That's weird.
I feel like I've seen the same graph before, and I don't remember it looking like this. I don't remember it being just Ukraine. Yeah, I remember Australia. I thought Australia and New Zealand like were.
I wonder if I can find it.
I don't know. And like
you'd think New Zealand would be green though. They're pretty progressive, but I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe. But
also, are you sure Africa's all green? There's a guy. I forget which country in Africa. There's a guy called Adolf Hitler who's like in charge somewhere in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much we can really glean from this graph. I don't know. Seems fake. I'm just gonna say it's fake. Nah, it didn't happen. Did Gib go to find something?
I'm just seeing if I can like Google to find what this is from.
If you change your name to Giboobatake, that's one extra wheel in your name.
That what? Where's the wheel?
The letter
O. Is it just like circles or wheels?
The letter O is a wheel.
If you think about it.
No, we decided that it has to roll along a surface.
Boo.
Boo.
Nah,
like a coin isn't a wheel, but all the atoms that make up the coin are.
Yeah, the coin itself is definitely not. Yeah, true. Okay, you know what? You're right. Actually, I was getting ahead of myself. Okay. Next voicemail is what is this one? 290. It is called at Killer Prince 930. 3, 2, 1, go.
Have you guys read Roof Girl?
No.
Read Roof Girl right now.
Roof Girl, like on the ceiling,
girl. Like she's on the roof.
What's Roof Girl? Apparently, this is a location in Adelaide.
When I search it, I get I think it's a business. Yeah, it's a business in Adelaide.
It's a business.
Where is that in Canada? Roof. Where is Adelaide?
Is it Australia? Where the fuck is Adelaide?
I don't know.
Okay, I have found.
Whatever. The point is, I can't find it.
It's Australia. It's Australia. I was right.
Okay.
I have found the United Nations thing. This is talking about combating glorification of Nazism, neo-Nazism, and other practices that contribute to the fueling contemporary forms of racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance. Blah, blah, blah. And there's a bunch of the things. And the two no's are indeed Ukraine and the United States.
Well, that's weird.
So that is weird. I have not had a moment to read like the full thing, if I can.
That is pretty weird. but I don't know what
Like,
to
what
make of
led
that.
up to this-
I don't know
this
what to
vote?
make of that information.
Yeah, it's weird.
I
I mean, I know that there are like neo-Nazis in Ukraine, but like the fact that the country
Sure.
voted for it is odd. Because like this was in 2020. I think Zelensky was already like the leader at that point.
Well, no,
Like surely
the graph that was posted
would-
in the image says 2018. That's weird.
maybe they did it multiple times. I don't know. I feel like this is the one because it's like all the yes.
I don't know.
abstains
Maybe my
are
guy.
the same.
Maybe I should go and unpledge my my support from that Ukraine bundle. Oh no, I can't. No, I can't.
Oh, but the value though.
No, the value. Oh, Kingdom 2. Oh, I got $5 off Kingdom 2.
I mean, this has been brought up sometimes. It's like, how could you support X because there are bad people over there? And it was the same with the Palestine relief. Like Hamas is benefiting from support of the people with like aid to like civilians running from being killed. And it's like, true, but like I think it's fine because people are being displaced by war and they need help. So like whatever. It's not like the charity is give guns to Nazis, the charity. It's like food, water, shelter, relocation of like refugees. It's like that's where the money's going.
I mean, one hopes.
I mean, one would expect.
One would hope.
Like,
one would hope
even
and expect. Yeah.
The majority of it would do that. It's like, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I can't. I can't draw any conclusions from this graph.
The only conclusion I can draw reading that thing is it says N for no, but also nuke crane.
Nuke crane.
These guys
Boy,
wanna
I hope they
nuke
don't
Ukraine.
do that. I hope they don't. Just saying. Don't do it. Don't. No. Okay. Next one is called Scrub Quoting Wordle. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm here to bitch about the March 8th Wordle. Sweet is the worst type of word that can be a Wordle. It has a double vowel, so you're not going to get that set up.
Just get good.
Shut up. I
Just
got
get
it
good.
easy. I got it quick.
S's. It has an interchangeable letter.
The Dark Souls is too hard because the boss attacks too fast. You can't dodge it.
It could be, sweet like it is. It could be sleet. It could be sheet. It could be skeet. It could probably be something else I'm not thinking of.
Yeah.
And I'm just very fucking mad. It ruined my 30-day streak of Wordle. This is the reason that Mr. Wordle, the person who made Wordle, sold.
I've got to hold on.
Have to deal with the liability of this exact moment.
I gotta find the one that ruined
from a lawsuit
me.
that would be coming his way. He's going to pay with blood. I'm going to fucking kill Mr. Wordle.
Okay,
It's definitely just that Wordle is a kind of a flawed game because of the moments like that where it's like, even if you are smart, you'll just lose because of unlucky letter choices.
Oh, the one that I lost on was January 31st. Might, M-I-G-H-T. That's the one that I couldn't do.
Did you get it? And then it was like...
Yeah, well, I got it on my 5th guess. So, fifth guess was fight, 4th guess, or 6th guess was might. Wait, and the actual one was...
Light?
It was light. Yeah, it was light. So it was kind of The Sims. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
that one almost got me.
Yeah, it got me.
Oh yeah, there's 4 words that can do that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember the one that was 6 words. I don't remember right now.
Yeah, watch, right? Watch, match, batch. Maybe.
Hatch?
Maybe there's a... Yeah.
Hatch, latch, catch.
That one's super bad. Yeah.
Hatch, match, latch, catch, watch. Damn, that's 5 at least.
Yeah.
Patch?
Patch, yeah, that's another one.
All right, next one is... All right, here we go. Next one is Kyle and Funny Man, episode 6. It's a Vokaroo, and it's 5 minutes long. So we're in for it. Here we go. What?
Oh, jeez.
Wait, the files are too powerful. All right. Okay,
Link me, and I'll post it because I have Discord Nitro.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Here you go.
I will use my Nitro for good. I know a bunch of people were I saw some people on Twitter who were mad at Discord for Twitter links not embedding properly and making it harder to post NSFW stuff, and they were considering dropping their Nitro, but I use it too often to send files because my work is through Discord a lot of the time.
I have seen had Twitter posts not embed correctly. But I don't have Nitro, so
no, Nitro doesn't fix that issue. It's just something to do with, on the one hand, Twitter doesn't want images embedding because they don't want people not using the platform, and Discord simultaneously is also like been restricting NSFW stuff more. Like it can they're trying to make it so you can't post it anywhere unless the channel is marked as NSFW, which is a little annoying. But trying to send stuff to people in DMs who you're friends with, of artists and stuff. But oh well. Anyways, there's a file.
I see. Okay. Well, here we go. Kyle and Funny Man, episode 6.
This better be worth it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Funner than before, Kyle and Funny Man will never make you snore. Kyle and Funny Man, look who's at the door. Kyle and Funny Man in space.
Oh my god, Funny Man, can you believe that we're back?
Oh yes, Kyle. Finally, after all this time, back to status quo.
Exactly, Funny Man. A wise man once said, old good, new bad. As well as
I know that reference.
The goodness of the status quo, and we're back to the status quo, which was the old Colin Funny Man, not the new one, where there was dramatics happening.
You're so correct. Every single time you speak, Kyle, you are so correct.
So
Kyle's just like me.
Let's go on a crazy adventure, Funny Man. We haven't done that in a while.
True. Let me put the
This show makes me think, what if I had a friend like Funny Man?
Into the computer.
Beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop, beep.
All right, we're traveling to a different planet now.
Hell yeah.
I believe him.
What do we do in the meantime?
I'm eating pickles, by the way. I'm snacking.
Nice. Pickle man.
Pickle
remember
Ricks?
the League of Nate
No.
fuckers?
Yes,
No.
remember the yellow argument?
Yes, remember Tommy J?
Yes, remember Radcon?
Yes, remember Dry Dumps?
Yes, remember when we referenced dry dumps in episode 2?
Yes, remember Ben Saint?
No, I don't.
What? Remember Ben Saint?
Yes, remember Riddle My Ass Batman?
Yes, remember Samurai Sama?
Yes, remember Lectures?
Yes, remember Give and Take?
Yes, remember Voice Grail?
Yes, remember when Ben Saint forgot to put Kyle and Funny Man on the Voice Grail document along with other Voice Grail recipients such as Doid Gazers?
What the fuck are you even talking about? Remember Nate Bestman?
Who? Remember Trixie?
Who could forget? Dude, remember the PCP?
Yes.
This is just like me and my friends talk.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Pickle.
Yes.
No.
Yes. No.
Yes. What?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Scoobity-doo, skippity-dee, go and climb up a tree, making games, ribbity-woo, these are things that Gib do.
Gib do.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I drink cum and love it too. Then I go and swim in poo.
Me.
I eat hay and I'm gay. These are things that Ben Saint say.
Got me. You got me.
Yes, yes,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's so groovy.
Never shows up, never dies. Furry character baking a pie. Broken back, never calm. This is the testament of Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Pro Crastinators podcast.
Yes.
Yes. Get ready for an ass blast. Bass. Procrastinators podcast.
Yes! Hey, Funny Man, remember when this was a Kyle and Funny Man episode?
Yeah, that was a pretty fun time. Now it's this, I guess.
Yeah, you know what they say, a wise person once said that if you don't know how to end an episode, just end it in lol, xd, random, haha, you know?
Every time you open your mouth, Kyle, just pure gold. Just pure gold sap amber coming out of your sweet little mouth.
Oh, thank you, Funny Man. I'm glad we are friends and discuss things here on the spaceship. I want to kill myself.
Oh no.
No, don't.
Well, if you do, I sure would be laughing.
No, he meant like if he met himself, he would kill himself, but not in like that way. Like he would like
Oh,
shoot,
yeah.
kill the evil part of himself.
He would kill a bad power.
Yeah.
That was great. That was a little musical.
Didn't even feel like 5 minutes.
No, that flew by, and that's got some part of that's got to be the theme song.
Oh, of course.
Some section.
Play the whole thing.
Honestly, yeah. That was great. Should I like feel like I don't know, put the link to like the Vocaroo file in the descriptions. You can hear it if you want without us jabbering over it, I guess.
Yeah.
Lol. Is it on? Okay, they should be in the voice grail if they're not already.
They should, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely after that.
Who did they say we forgot to put in there?
Doid Gazers.
Doid Gazers. Yeah.
Maybe someone else too. I'm not sure.
There probably are other people. Okay. All right. That was great. Let's see who's next. The next voicemail is from. It's called Jelly Beaner. Where's the?
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, here we go. 3, 2, 1,
Shaggy?
go.
Riddle me this, PCP. I'm loud and obnoxious. I like music that rhymes. I'm a fraction of the population, but commit half the crime.
Yeah.
Who am I?
Jelly Beaner.
Jelly Beaner.
You're Trixie.
You wrote your name right on the voicemail.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
I can't believe you commit half the crimes. That's insane.
Yeah, congratulations. Okay, next one is it's called Woof. Next one's called Woof. 3, 2, 1, go.
You think you got it rough? Just imagine being Ben Saint. Woof.
True.
You know, truer words were never spoken. I think about that every time I'm in a bad place. I was like, well, imagine if I was Ben Saint. And it could be so much worse.
Oh, God. No, it's great. No, I got so much space for my bags of sparkling water bottles. It's luxurious in here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I got so many.
You just say bags filled with sparkling water.
Well, yeah. Well, the bottles. Yeah, but yes.
Sparkling water bottles are
I got space. I have a nice little parking lot outside. You know, there's not too many rats. It's good.
Just enough rats.
Just enough rats. The right amount. The amount you're looking for. Okay, next one is an image thing. There it is. This guy slapped you. Oh, it's Destiny.
There he is.
Well,
He's looking like a Doctor Who.
I guess we're gonna fuck because Destiny fucks and we're fucking.
No.
He does look pretty good
density.
here.
Wait,
but if anyone slapped my ass, I'd be like, "What? Huh?"
Wait, is that him? Did they like Photoshop his face onto this guy? That's not his actual face, right? It's not his actual body.
It probably.
I guess it could be. I thought it was Photoshop. Okay, whatever. Nice code, asshole. Next one is Ben's weekly reminder. Play Deltarune Chapter 2. Okay, there's no voicemail with that. The next one is okay. There is a thing. Oh, okay. There's a link that goes along. It's the link to Manga Helck gets anime adaptation. Let's hear the thing. Hold on. Where is it? It's 297. Here we go. Bam. Posted. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I know you're about to finish Slime and Punishment. What if you just stop and then make Beastcapades? What if you just quit?
Excuse me.
Just delete all of it. What if you remade Slime and Punishment, but instead it was Beastcapades and Phantom Horn is a beast?
Beastcapades and Punishment.
Intriguing.
Beast Slime.
Slime. Man. Okay, band, good voicemail. Okay, next one is called Be the Bigger Man. There we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
In this society that we live in, you are forced to choose between being comfortable and being free. And it's a tough choice. I could live in a shack like Ted Kaczynski, and I could be happy and free, or I could play Chapter 3 of Deltarune when it comes out. And it's a really hard choice.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, it's all about being a man or something, and being bigger, because the bigger man wins.
Always strive to be the hugest possible.
Yeah.
Be huge and gigantic and tower over everybody.
You gotta be in like a fish. It's like the fish game. You gotta be the big fish that eats all the little fish, and then you just keep getting bigger. Just keep getting
Spore?
bigger. Or.
No, I said Spore.
Oh, yeah, Spore, yeah. Okay, next one is called... Wait, I almost missed one. Okay, next one is called Nathan. 3, 2, 1, go.
Bring back the no Nate, no watch guy. I miss you, bro.
He's already here. He's been in the call the whole time.
Wait, was he not, did he not show up in the comments? I feel like
he's always been
I
there.
saw him in the I feel like I saw him very recently. Oh god, I always forget what it's like. SCHW videos?
Productions, something like that.
I think it's like SCHW videos, and after all this time, I still forget the order of the letters. But his contribution is invaluable. Next one is called it's called the Two's Company. Ben Saint's new living situation. 3, 2, 1, go.
What?
Hey, Ben Saint. It's me, your landlord.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I've been listening to the podcast.
You sound different.
Quite frankly, after finding out what you do, I don't believe no more that you're gonna be able to pay the rent.
Take me to court over it.
Reliably.
Take me to court over it, I fucking dare you.
As protection, I decided that you're gonna have to room together with another person. Now don't worry, I've already found a person.
Oh, thank God.
Her name's Trixie. I hear she's a content creator as well. But she's got a company. She probably makes a lot of money. So you're gonna have
she's got a studio. Well, she should get her own studio apartment.
And you can split the rent. And then I know that I'm gonna get paid. Enjoy, darling.
Thanks. Sorry to put you through so much trouble, m'lady.
It's the beginning of the sitcom arc.
Praise be.
Due to a wacky set of circumstances, Ben and Trixie are living together once again. Episode 1.
Somebody on Kiwi Farms spotted Trixie and Bird in the wild and took their picture in a Costco. Just standing in line. Just standing. It was definitely them, though. I thought it was pretty funny. Next one is called Hyperion. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey Ben, if you're serious about expanding your literary palette, you might want to pick up Hyperion by Dan Simmons. It set the stage for a lot of modern sci-fi and is really cool.
Let's see. Is it a book? Hyperion, Simmons novel, author Dan Simmons. The first book of his Hyperion Cantos, it won the Hugo Award for Best Novel. Oh wow, the Hugo Award for Best Novel ever. Just the one Best Novel.
That's incredible.
That's neat. I don't know. I've never even heard of Dan Simmons before. Maybe I have. I don't know. Doesn't ring a bell. I'm gonna go to the library soon and pick up some books. I think when I mentioned this before, I think I want to read some, I almost said Fauci. No, Foucault. I want to read some Foucault. Just because, and I'll pick up some other shit too.
Foucault is the inventor of Funko Pops.
Yeah. All right, next voicemail is called...
Gib is
in
the bathroom.
She's back. Wow, that was fast. Okay,
Just
next one is called Application. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, can I get the press pass for P3? I want to demo all the sweet new games, interview the creators, do all that stuff, write articles. I need that press pass for P3, please.
Yes.
Yes.
We should look into hiring fucking the BronyCon area, wherever that was in Baltimore.
Baltimore.
We get the big old thing. We hire out the whole place, and it's P3. And Tom still won't show up, but we'll have his game there.
We'll take credit for it. If he won't.
Yeah.
P for pony.
Okay, next one is called, Please. Wait, here we go. Yes, it's called Please. There it is. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ben, can you upload the episodes to Spotify?
No!
Please? I've been waiting forever.
I can't! Tom does it! I don't know how! Thanks for asking. Next one is called, The Old Ben. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ben, you're starting to forgive Trixie now? That's not like you. What the fuck, man? Come on, go back to your old self. I missed old Ben. Come on.
Wait, I'm starting to do what?
Forgive Trixie.
To forgive her?
When did I say that? I never said that. And I never will. She was mean to me, and now she's gotta die. Next one is called Long Enough. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
This episode's been too short. We need at least a 5-hour show every single week.
Well,
Sorry.
maybe we could if you gave better voicemails that we could riff on.
Yeah, I can't.
Ever think about that?
Can't do
when
anything.
You make our content.
You gotta... it's like Papa John says, better ingredients, better pizza. And you're giving us shitty ingredients right now. So this pizza is coming out rotten. Just like Midgar. If you know what I'm saying. Just like Yes, Barrett calls
yes.
Midgar a rotten pizza.
Yes,
Or in,
big old slices.
Or I think in Tim Rogers says in English he just calls it a pizza, but I think in Japanese he calls it like a rotten pizza. Lamau. So that's important. That's big.
There's like one of the audio tracks is like something rotten pizza.
What?
One of the audio tracks, the name of the audio track for Final Fantasy VII of like Midgar is like something pizza.
What, like a song in the game?
Like the OST, you know.
Oh, okay. It's funny. I didn't know that. Neat. Okay, next one is called Ben's Music Career Part 2. Wait. Oh, I already posted it. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I think that Ben's music career is an amazing idea. Why? Well, think about it. Trixie had a music career, and she set the bar really low. Her music was fucking dog shit. It wouldn't be that hard to make an album that
and that would make me tons of money.
Just imagine the ego devastation it would do to her. It would be just another easy win. Like, there's no reason for you not to do this. I think it's an amazing idea.
You know what? It would be. It's effortless. It would just be effortless to just start producing music when I don't know how to do that. Just an easy W. Just an easy W.
Just the other day, I've just been like, what if I just like did a low stakes acoustic guitar album with maybe some songs I wrote.
I thought you were gonna say rap.
No, I would never rap. I could never wrap my head around it.
Rap. That's a rap.
Age of Empires rap.
Be like it'd be like Beatles inspired. Just sort of like, here's a song about wet towel or whatever.
Do you have songs, or would you have to make them?
I'd make them, but like it's easy. You just take some chords, you put them in some sort of order, and you play them.
Jesus Christ. Sounds scary to me. Make me uncomfortable.
It's like a low stakes, low effort little album. I just feel like doing it.
Well, I'd be impressed.
Good. Thank you.
I liked your old songs on your Bandcamp. I'd really liked a bunch of the stuff you used to put out. So I think that was pretty cool.
I like The Greatest Shits. I listen to it every so often.
The Greatest Ships? I don't remember
shits.
that.
No, the Shits.
With a T. It's like Greatest Hits.
Is that
I compiled a bunch of the old songs into The Greatest Shits just because they were all...
I see.
I think Chicken and a Basketball is in there.
Yeah, Chicken and a Basketball. I like the song about the squid. Every song about a squid because I'm gay. I love that song. Who's my egg? Who's my egg? Also a classic.
That's what
dude. It actually reminds me. Short little story. Short little Minecraft story.
Yeah.
So me and my friends have a Minecraft server. We've been running it for 3.5 years. And about 1.5 years in, we'd been living in this town. We'd been working on it for a while. We dug out. There are 2 rivers nearby that we connected into like a canal that led out to the ocean. If you take it by boat, we'd build all this cool stuff. We'd build bridges across it and everything. One day we're just fucking around by my friend's house, and we see an egg, a Minecraft egg, floating in the river. And we're just like, oh, let's go pick it up. And we couldn't fucking pick up the egg. The egg would not pick up. We stood on it.
Like an egg, a chicken egg.
Yeah,
like an item just floating.
Yeah, like it was basically like that exactly. And it was weird, and we were like, why can't we have space in our inventory? We didn't know what was going on. Well, actually, I'll get a screenshot of the egg because we got a fucking video of it too.
Gotta see this egg.
Yeah, so let me get a screenshot of the video real quick. So that's... Oh, wow, that was back when I had my old skin. So yeah, And we're just staring at it, and we built a platform, and we managed to get the egg onto the platform, and we realized that 5 minutes had passed, and the egg hadn't despawned. All items on the ground despawn after 5 minutes, but the egg was still there after like 8 minutes.
The infinity egg.
Yeah, and we were like trying to like bring the egg to safety. We dug like a channel.
Protect the egg.
Hold on. Another screenshot. We got it out of the river. There we go. And in the video, I was rewatching it recently. I started singing "Who's My Egg," just in the video, and it was great.
Is that a Gibbs song?
It's a Gibbs song. Who's my egg?
I can't remember how it goes.
You take "Who's my egg," and it's like, "Who needs an egg? You, me, yeah." And I love that part, and I sing it to myself. But what happened afterwards is we're like, if the egg doesn't despawn and you can't pick it up, is it also immune to lava? And this was a dangerous question. And so I grabbed the 4 elements. I threw a piece of string at it, and I said air. And then I dropped some dirt. I said earth. I splashed some water. And then I used my flint and steel. For just a second, the egg burned for like a second, and then it disappeared. And Made, the guy who suggested it, he had to be executed.
Yeah,
we had a public execution. We took him to, and it was really funny because I'd built a giant Enderman statue like in a hole in the ground, and the Enderman is holding his head. I got a screenshot of this too.
Let me see.
Yeah. And so me and Four Eyes, who he's been on the PCP. He was on episode 295. That's me and Four Eyes. We executed him. We both fired by firing squad. Shot him off the egg, and he fell off the egg, off the head. We shot him off of his own head, and he fell to his death. And then I chased him.
Oh shit! That's the Enderman.
He's holding
big face.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, the floor looks like his face.
Yeah. There's a big drop because we built a full-sized Enderman like in a hole in the ground. It was this big project. I spent like weeks on it. And then afterwards, I wasn't satisfied. I chased him down his mining tunnel that was, I think, 30,000 blocks long, and then like chased him through the air by elytra and fucking murdered him a second time. And it was really funny. I'm gonna post this video one day. One day this video will be out, but it is really funny.
That's what he gets for suggesting what to do with an egg.
Like, dude, we were thinking about like if the egg survived, we were gonna like put it in a glass case in the center of town where it could sit there for all eternity. It was gonna be a monument.
Would have been glorious,
a national treasure, and instead it died because he's like, oh, let's just set it on fire. It'll see what happens. Never forgiven him.
No, I wouldn't either.
But yeah, I just get reminded of that story. Anyway, "Who's My Egg" is a good song. I like
That's
it.
great. That's great. I don't shit. I don't remember that one. Oops. Damn. One day, I'm sure the egg's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, maybe.
Somewhere
it's in a better place.
Its time on this earth was better spent elsewhere, and so it had to go. It had to return to its home planet. Its people needed it.
Its people? You mean these people specifically?
An egg guide.
I just saw this on
Minecraft.
Google.
Oh god. What the fuck?
This brings back nightmares.
He's not doing so well, and he's gonna give me a guide to Minecraft.
Do you know what this is? I don't
know. It looks like.
I do know what it is. I remember seeing this in like 2011. I suppressed it. It just showed up on Minecraft, and I was looking for eggs. It was like this weird animation series by Element Animation, and they had like a voice actor. The guy they had who voiced Steve like died a few years ago, and that was like a thing. And that's all I remember.
Bummer. Well, that's weird. Okay. Well, the next voicemail, I posted it up above. It is called... What is it called? It's called Slime and Delanishment. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ben, please finish your game and publish it. I have started reading Slime and Punishment, and it's very funny.
It will be
please
done.
Please release it and the finale. Please, 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 please.
By the time you're hearing this, it will be out. It will be out. Also, I will when I post it, I'm going to record, because I am several months behind on recording my Patreon Q&A. I'm going to record a new episode of that where I answer the last questions that were posted on the last one, and then I'm going to post that. And my hope then is that people will post replies to that Q&A if they want to ask me stuff about the game, right? Because like when the game is out, I mean, maybe people will want to talk to me about that, and so I'll post a new episode of the podcast, the Q&A podcast, and then I invite people to patrons to ask me about the game, probably in the replies to that episode that will be out soon. It should probably be out by the time this is going live.
I just had a realization.
What's that?
Is an egg a door?
It's definitely definitely a wheel.
We need an alignment chart. We need an alignment chart of like chaotic versus like form versus function for eggs for doors and wheels, and both of them should have an egg on there somewhere.
I think because it's hard because it's a barrier, the outer shell of the egg, separating the inside and the outside.
But it can't be closed.
But
a door should open
and close.
Yeah.
So, but it does open. It is designed to open via like a little beak from the inside.
Yeah.
Gotta write a thesis paper on this. Gotta ponder it in philosophy for.
I can't think of anything more important to be doing. Okay. Next one is called Shit's Niche, Bro. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Also, I will send Slime and Punishment to a few people that have never, ever heard of you.
Base.
I am very curious as to their reaction and how much they even understand.
Jeez. I hope everybody does that. I think he was laughing, perhaps at my expense.
Well, it sounded like he was blowing his nose as well.
Well, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I think everyone should show Slime and Punishment to everyone they know. In my opinion, part of the appeal is that probably a lot of it won't make sense. Well, I think you can read it and understand what's going on pretty easily. I don't think it's actually that hard to follow. There will be plenty of references that you don't get, but they're not important. They're just details. It's like things in the background, like stuff that's going on. I feel like it's not actually that hard to read. Maybe to get 100% out of, to understand everything, yeah, it's super hard. But whatever.
I think the challenge is not whether it's literally comprehensible, but whether it presents itself in a way that people would want to read more.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. I guess I'll leave it. People act like that.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
It's what they say about the first sentence of a book is the most important, because if it's not good, then why would the person continue reading?
Oh, well, I mean, the first drawings of Slime and Punishment are just terrible. Just all this shit. Oh well.
Gotta have a great cover.
Oh, it'll have a good cover. Oh yeah, I gotta make a cover. I made that good promo image for Phantom's Revenge. I was really proud of how that came out. That looks pretty good. Anyway. Next one is called saintcomics.com/patreon.com/bensaint.com. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, last one. I want to let you know about saintcomics.com's mobile phone issue. When you try to read stuff on it, aka Slime and Punishment or whatever, it gets cut off on the left-hand side slightly.
Does it?
Just enough to be annoying. And it's not centered. And I guess phone compatibility is kind of a big thing these days. You might want to try and fix that.
Yeah,
I've been reading on PC though. It's cool. Bye-bye.
Let me take a look at this. saintcomics.com. I'm going on my phone.
Same.
Oh, it does. It's not centered. Ugh. Yeah, what's up with that? Damn.
Oh yeah, it is left leaning.
I
Oh, it's not even like I can't even like move it back into the center. It's actually just cut off a bit.
Huh. Who would have thought it would be left leaning?
Like when I can look at okay, the other comics are okay, this is actually really weird. Okay, when I go to the the contents page, the background is the page is centered, but all the individual like pages are like they're not centered. They're left aligned. Ah, jeez. Ah, this sucks.
It must be just some like a alignment thing you can change if the main menu, because I'm on the main menu. It's like that works.
Perhaps
Chapter 2. It's all going to the left.
I will fuck around with it. This is actually going to be a nightmare to test though, because I will have to I'll have to literally put it on the website, and because I have to look at it on my phone, and I can't. Ugh. I'll have to upload like a test page that I can view on my phone, and then like fuck around with it and see what happens.
I'm curious. I was curious about giveandtake.site. I have seen my website before, and I always found it amusing, even though it's terrible. That the top of it says "give on tack" and then E is on like another line underneath.
That seems on brand, though.
It seems on brand, but like the
site. Let me check this out.
If I click on Lord of Ghosts.
Yeah, give and take. It cuts the E off. That rules.
The images are centered though, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, so you got that on me. I
really got to redo a lot of my site. It's so like amateur looking. I want it to be good, but I'm stupid.
It's a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did OblivionFall? Did you just make this?
No, I found it.
Damn.
Doctrine Purist. This is a small image.
I can't find. I'm trying to find a bigger image in Google.
Okay, Doctrine Purist. A wheel is the connection between a vehicle and the ground. Doctrine Neutral. A wheel propels something.
Conveyor rollers are wheels.
And Doctrine Radical. A wheel rotates. Structure Purist. A wheel is cylindrical and has a rubber surface. But what about wooden wheels? That would still be a wheel.
Well, that would be structure neutral.
I feel like tank road wheels is a weird example to use for radical, because like you could think of way more like if all you care about is that it rotates. Oh wait,
like a
but
saw
then
blade,
it's a structure purist. Okay, yeah, cogs are wheels, clock hands are wheels. Yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah, I feel like our definitions were more gooder.
Yeah, yours are more like the ones in this image. A pizza is a wheel.
Built.
I like the atoms are wheels and doors.
Dude,
that's the real shit.
Dude, revolving doors. Like, what do you even make of that?
Well,
a rolling hill.
Roll.
A rolling hill is a wheel. A Rick roll is a wheel. Okay, these ones are really good, actually. Hell yeah! Anything that
roll your own crypto. What does that mean?
A joint. I don't know what that means. Maybe I like to keep it that way. All right. Next voicemail is called there it is. It's called well, it's got an image. Okay, the voicemail is just a little stupid thing. Anyway, here's the image that goes with it.
Okay.
Is that supposed to be not a penis?
I believe it is not supposed to be a penis.
It's just your beanie flopping over.
The fact that you thought that's what it was says more about you than it does about.
Someone needs to redraw this even like more detailed, like shinier.
Yeah, I agree. Make it shiny.
I would disagree.
Okay, next one is we're almost done. There's like two more. Next one is Slime Times Weekend Update number 4. There it is. 3, 2, 1, go.
Why, hello, gangsters. Welcome back to the Slime Times Weekend Update.
Yay.
This week, Liam, creator of, among other things, the RFCK comic Vile, has, after a long history of rowdyhood,
don't think I've
decided
seen
to
that.
turn to the killers.
Ah.
His exact
Oh,
reasons
shit.
are unknown, but on the day of the gang swap, he expressed displeasure with the rowdy leadership in the form of the rowdy ringleaders. We'll be
Hell
following
yeah.
the story as it develops to see whether Liam settles nicely into the edgy hymns and vape clouds, or finally decides to put on his anarchy pants and burn down the cathedral.
Liam's art
In
is
good news
good,
for rowdies,
so he's
Gen
welcome.
1er Core, a sentient carrot, has returned to active play and is down with the clown. He immediately won Realist Rowdies for the month of February and has a snazzy new Wild West look. Finally, on the game development side,
Cool.
attention was turned to the many typos persisting in our text-based MMORPG. I wouldn't know or care because rowdies can't read, but for those literate among us, the fixes to this should come as a nice surprise. That's it for this week, and remember, the slime time is the best time.
Awesome. That reminds me. Oh shit. I owed a couple people Princep items for winning a contest. Oh, someone just messaged me the other day. They finally fixed the create command. I was not able to make those Princeps because the create command was bugged. But no, it got fixed, and now I gotta remember. I actually have to go and do it. Okay. And I will. I'm glad this has reminded me. I've owed Zombie Paper a Princep for like months. We'll get it sorted. Okay, that was fun. Next, this is the last one. It's called Rip the Big N. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, comrades. Nikolai here. Nikolai, I have something important to tell you today. But first, Nikolai, go and get some vodka. Nikolai, be right back. Do. What's this? Nikolai, have no vodka? No! Nikolai cannot live without vodka.
Uh-oh.
Nikolai, are the healing effects of no vodka.
She's so quick.
Nikolai, dying.
This would happen to me
Nikolai
also.
would like to tell you that he...
Oh no!
No!
Nikolai, you've been taken too soon.
No, just ever so slightly too soon. Just very slightly. It would have been fine if he died like 10 seconds later, but
yeah.
He's just taken exactly
What the fuck?
10 seconds too soon. Yeah.
Hard agree.
Nikolai is if J.K. Rowling had written a Russian character and a Russian student at Hogwarts, he would be Nikolai.
She did. She did. He was called Victor Krum.
No, he was Bulgarian.
Was he?
Yeah. I'm almost.
Well,
no, he was Romanian.
Romanian, yeah, I think so. Romanian sounds right to me.
He was the
Nope, he was Bulgarian. He was Bulgarian. I was right. From Durmstrang, from the Durmstrang Institute. Yes. Seeker on the Bulgarian National Quiz. Yep. Dab. All right. The nightmare is over. No more voicemails.
Nikolai Vodkozinski. That would be the name she comes up with.
Vodkozinski. Like Ted Kaczynski. I like it. All right. What are we at? Did we hit 3 hours? We're 5 minutes away from 3 hours.
Damn. If we wrap up, we can have glowing visuals.
Hooray! Just what we always wanted. Well, I mean...
remember, to play Pumpkin Alley, that demo is... You play it and
absolutely.
Stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that everyone has played it. But if they haven't, yeah,
if
definitely check out the Pumpkin Alley demo. Obviously. Play my game too. I made a game. It's out. It's called Phantom's Revenge. It's hard. I bet the people listening right now can't even beat it because they're stupid. Oh, did I mention? I guess I'll mention it now. The only way to read the end of Slime and Punishment is to beat it. If you can't beat the game, you don't get the link to the final chapter, and you'll never see the ending. It's the only way to do it. There's no way. It cannot be cheated. There's no workaround. There's no way to do any. It's impossible. It simply can't be done.
Insane.
You gotta beat the game to find out what happens to Phantom Horn. Will he get his revenge?
Or will he be killed? I guess if you lose the game, he will be killed.
Yes. Well, spoiler for when you lose the game, you die.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Ruined game.
All right.
Ruined.
Just had to just letting everyone know that the stakes are high, for the reader as well as for the character. That's called ludonarrative
dissonance
consonants. So they work together. It's good play conditioning. That's good conveyance. Video games.
Video games.
Link in the description for that.
Ludonarrative synergy is the word.
Fine.
Synergisms.
Fine. All right. That's all I have to say about that this week. You guys.
OblivionFall. What do you got to say?
I gotta say, I don't know. I'm not gonna be working on that animation for like 2 weeks because I have to do a DA Games thing, and I'm sad. So I would say it would be out this week, but it's gonna have to wait 2 weeks, and then it'll be out a week after that. I cry, but what can I do?
That's like pretty soon, though.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks it'll be done.
Been working on that for a long time.
Not because it's a big project, just because I was really inefficient during the first part of it, and then got delayed for like a month in January.
Okay, makes sense. All right. Well, looking forward to it.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna be pretty good. It's probably pretty good. All right. I guess that's it. I guess that's the end of the podcast. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'll see you next week. Send me a message telling me how you couldn't beat Phantom's Revenge because it was too hard. Okay, goodbye.
Bye. Goodbye.